All right.
Okay, so recap. What do you guys remember?
We went to the we finished up doing our investigating the I keep forgetting that there's so many M names that I can't
Melindra?
remember. Yeah,
Melindra's place.
yeah, her place, finishing up there when we ran into I already forgot your character's name. So,
You know, I find it
the-
funny that
Master.
there's a massacre left at Melindra's mansion, and now there's another massacre left at this one.
yeah. You know, that's how it is. Wherever we go, there's a massacre.
True.
Are we the baddies?
Most of the time. Yeah.
And most of the time, it's justified. Most.
Self-defense, but it's like forced
I was
self-defense.
going to say most of the time it just. Yeah, never mind.
It's way too much exerted self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys really abused the whole self-defense law. In this case, though, it wasn't even. It was like almost an attempted assassination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did initiate violence.
We tried to just knock them out. We didn't try to kill them at first.
That's
Still
still
assault.
violence, Thomas.
It's still assault, so technically.
Well, I mean,
Anyway, so.
but anyway,
yes,
Trying
all
to find
the
any loopholes to justify self-defense.
all the conspiring viceroys who were implicit in the attempted assassination on the emperor Iltizin have all been killed. One by Varian, the rest by you guys. The implications of this yet to be seen. Sure to be severe, depending on how information gets out. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You guys better find some evidence or something. But I mean, that's on you guys if you're gonna do that or not. Not metagaming, but I am.
You kind of are. Yeah, you tell us what to do. Are we telling you what to do?
True. You got you there.
Yeah.
Well, you're
but yeah,
telling me to
it's
get
also-
out of there.
It's also not like we are without flaw. And
Yeah.
it's part of the game. Again,
Yeah, whatever.
don't take our pretend game too seriously, guys.
No, but it must be serious.
We're making we're like the new Critical Role, right? We have to.
Are we?
Are we though?
But anyway.
But we got a new party member.
Yep, Filbert. I forgot to mention he is. We're not getting Burger King. There's no way. That shit's trash. Filbert is a kobold. No, Burger King's just garbage. Anything else would be good.
Anyways.
Okay.
Was that a new party member's name? Is Burger King?
Yeah. Filbert the Burger King.
The burglar.
Anyway, yes, he is a kobold. He's a kobold, servant of Eltharion specifically. And you guys have kind of got him to drive you to where Saran is going.
Have they already left, or is that something that they were going to do here soon?
We haven't left yet. Saber was going to look for stuff, and Ignis wanted to rest.
I'm looting this whole manor.
Yep. And Ignis is just wanting to rest because he is very, very hurt.
Yeah.
I thought we already rested.
I guess we could probably just real quickly
I don't
say we're
think-
looting the place, and if
Loot
there's
that
anything
body.
of value.
You guys said you were going to rest on the way there.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we're gonna mostly rest there. Like while
would they give us a
while
long
I and
rest?
others are trying to get the preparations and stuff we need to get the theme started. Everyone, I know Saber said for sure that he was gonna look around and grab some stuff.
Is it Is it going to give us a long rest in
And
the way?
he said that he would get a long rest. Did you right last time?
You should be. There should be enough time for a long rest, provided nothing goes wrong.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm also trying to decide what to order for food.
You know what's great that you would love? Burger King.
No.
He said no.
Burger King is.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wait, that's the wrong one.
That's
That's yeah. Okay, that's McDonald's.
I have to order pepper.
You want to be healthy? Get a Impossible Whopper.
Oh, 100%.
No, don't do that. That's
They're actually pretty good. They're pretty good.
Let's just order.
well, it is not healthy. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
going
it's fast
to.
food. It's fast food. Don't act like behave like it is healthy.
I guess that's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah. I'm just saying that fake meat is not. It's worse than they are telling you it is.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
To me.
Okay.
Wait,
What?
guys, how do I turn this?
Oh, hello.
How do I turn it?
Turn that off?
Oh yeah. Look at it.
So we can this out. We can this part out, right?
Sorry, Felina, but your face is now on the internet.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that's all.
Oh.
Okay, so starting with Spencer, who is left with Varian and Craverax, the Arcanoloth. You are on the road, a normal chariot with some dragon steeds heading it. It's an enclosed deal. Craverax is the driver, and you're just kind of in the, I don't know what you call it, like the
stagecoach.
Yeah, the coach with Varian. He hasn't really said anything to you since you guys left. He's just kind of sitting there, just kind of fiddling with his glove on his arm.
And it's been about how long at this point?
Depends on how long you would go without saying anything. He doesn't seem too eager to initiate conversation.
Okay.
Can I be like, what's up, slime?
You're not there.
Oh, this is the other person. Sorry.
You're good.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Would it be alright if I just get some air really quick and just stretch my wings?
Really? That's a classic escape technique.
You really think I'm gonna escape with the little fishing hook that you've dangled in front of me?
Fishing hook. Fine, Craverax, stop the coach. I'm watching you, though.
I can fly alongside the thing.
No. We'll stop the coach. Get out, walk around, or what have you, and if you make any suspicious move, well, you know the consequences.
Alright.
All right, the coach stops as Craverax pulls on the reins. It kind of lurches to a stop, and Varian opens up the door and steps out and extends his hand to help you out.
I'll take it. I'll take the hand. And then once I get out, I'll just try to find a nice open place, and I will use my draconic transformation to turn into the dragon.
All right, your form morphs as your body kind of bulges and elongates, and wings spread out of your back.
And I just stretch him.
I'm curious, why would you need to stretch the wings if you didn't have them before? You know what I mean? Like, I get wanting to stretch your legs because you're cramped up inside of a carriage, but like, if you don't have the wings while you're sitting down, then what about them needs stretched?
Can you transform into a dragon?
I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I'd have to, prepare some other spells, but technically, yes.
Well, unless you transform into one, or are one to begin with, it'd be harder to understand, I guess.
There is something strange about your transformation, though, I've noticed.
And that is?
It's just simply that, I don't know, the way it looks, it's different than other draconic transformations I've seen. They appear more natural. Like, the dragon is truly reverting to its original form. The form it put on was a fake one. But I can't put my finger on it. There's just something different about yours.
Well, to begin with, I've always been a special case, as you've already noted.
Yes, but I don't know, the way your magic flows. Forget I said anything. Have you had enough stretching?
Just a few more minutes.
Very well.
At this point, I'm gonna try to, Boston.
Mm-hmm.
My background is Outlander, and the sub background of that is the I think it's cartographer or something like that. It's the let me look this up. Outlander background 5e. I forgot what the sub one was because I haven't touched this for a while. Guide, that's what it was. And the whole background thing that I had of her was that she's studied maps for a while. Can I try to use some of those skills to kind of try to deduce where we are specifically and get an idea of where we're heading?
Because the question is, what's your familiarity with just like Droacia's geography?
I've studied it. It's been a place I've always wanted to go with my character.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. What would that be?
Survival?
Survival's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay, that's what I put expertise in to begin with for this. I'm re-rolling that. Sorcery point. Ah! Why?
16 wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't know why you wanted to reroll it.
Say 16?
Yeah, 16. By the way, 16 would be a 5 base roll, so that's why I wanted to re-roll it.
Well, yeah, but
Good odds. I
Okay.
had good odds to get a higher roll.
You know that you're like kind of towards the westmost, kind of northwestmost part, or getting there at least of Droacia. You do know the maps you studied. This area very undocumented. It's kind of the far reaches of the country that have been least explored. And you know partially just because it's kind of the land of the dragons, and so they've kind of carved out a section to make sacred to them. So people don't settle here or live here, and it's kind of considered taboo to explore it, and some also consider it dangerous.
Okay. So just undocumented, so I don't know much about it because of that.
Yeah, there's like varying myths and stories of this place, but it's kind of hard to find anything that says what is true. So really, any of it could be true or false.
Gotcha. Alright, well I'm gonna transform back into Dragonborn form. And then I'm just gonna quip really quick. Alright, what are we waiting around here for? Let's get going.
You're the one that wanted to whatever. And he gets back into the stagecoach, and Kravarak starts the journey again. And you guys go on for a few hours. As you begin to notice, I guess, how much are you paying attention? Are you like staring out the window, or are you just kind of keeping to yourself?
I would say I'm trying to observe my surroundings, given that I have a high perception score.
You do kind of you start to notice the terrain kind of changing. And you know the Fae already doesn't like obey normal seasonal rules. A lot of them are very influenced by magic. In some areas, like technically where you are at in Droacia should be frigid and Arctic, but it's not like that. And partially that's because dragons have a lot of influence on that, and kind of when they're in an area, they kind of change it or to meet their own sort of draconic preferences. Like if you have a lot of fire dragons in an area, it's probably gonna be dry and hot. But since this is a land of varying dragons, you do see these kind of changes and abnormalities that come from just this mixing pot of draconic energy. So you can see off in the distance snow-capped mountains. You can see desert. You can see volcanic, like fields. And you guys start to kind of go through this sort of canyon, almost, sort of divot in the ground, which is flanked by two shimmering, appear to be forests, like fully encased in ice. But with your passive perception, you can kind of tell it's more crystalline than ice, and you don't feel cold. And you kind of keep traveling for a while. You've been about like an hour more in this canyon. Over the course of this time, is there anything that you are doing or saying, or is it just kind of this awkward, silent trip?
I noticed you were fidgeting with that glove earlier. Is anything special about it?
Yes, I suppose there is.
Well, if we have 2 days of travel ahead of us, we might as well make this somewhat entertaining.
Well, know how much I want to tell my hostage.
Oh, please. It's torture enough with you boring me.
Well, persuasion.
It's a relationship I thought it going on.
28.
Suppose it won't hurt to show you a little bit. As he begins to kind of tug at the fingertips, as he loosens it off his hand and then slides it all the way off, and you can see a arm made out of this specialized steel, fully metallic, but it's very sleek. Not a lot of sharp edges. Flows really well into itself. You do notice on the sort of like inner forearm, there's sort of this kind of rectangular area that kind of looks like it has the chamber, like where you would like load on a bolt action sniper rifle, sort of like that, like this rounded area and set in sort of this rectangular shape. And then you can see sort of lines that seem to be like energy lines kind of going throughout it that are this sort of deep red. I lost my arm very long time ago. Right
Dvalin?
around
I'm kidding.
I'm graduating from the academy. This is simply a replacement for what I had lost.
Isn't there magic to restore limbs?
The damage caused to my arm was greater. It was the result of experimental magic. You see, in the academy, in order to graduate each senior year, student must create their own spell. It could be of any level of power, but it is required to develop a spell of your own. And I thought to create a very, very powerful spell. Of the highest power a wizard could achieve through normal means. But the experimental phase was very costly.
Well, were you
Actually,
able to accomplish that spell?
I was, yes.
What does it do?
Pray you don't find out.
Well, you don't have to do a physical demonstration of it. You can just explain it.
It's my ace in the hole. I would prefer not to.
All right, if you say so.
What about you? Any quirks or secrets?
Quirks or secrets? Well, you shared some
Right.
stuff about you. I might as well share some about me.
This is only fair.
One second, I'm thinking about some things I want to share.
I'm not going to cut to Saber or anything, but Saber, go ahead and give me an investigation check, unless you already have.
All right. I have not.
At this point,
Please
how...
don't be.
Anyone else that's
Please,
searching the house as well, go ahead and roll an investigation. What,
please
Spencer?
don't be a one.
In terms of how long we've been traveling, how long have we been traveling at this point?
Mm-hmm. Are you asking how long you've been traveling?
Yeah.
At this point, it's probably been like 3 or 4 hours.
Okay.
That is a 19 from me, Boston.
19. Is anyone else investigating the house and looking for loot?
I'm trying to get stuff.
Also, while we're doing this with Spencer, if you guys want, I don't know if you guys have divvied up the items you found beforehand,
Oh, that's right.
but if you want to hop in another channel and do that,
Yeah, we should probably do that as.
You should figure that
So,
out.
Boston, I want to loot the upstairs and then loot the dungeon, quote unquote dungeon, separately because of see whatever Rendon left down there or whatever was left down there.
okay.
Ooh, Selena.
Selena, are you investigating? Are you muted?
She
Yeah,
is.
but I rolled a 1, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you don't find anything that you would want to keep, at least in the house itself. Saber is going down into the dungeons if you want to follow him.
Okay.
See if I will wait to see if he finds anything down there.
Felina, nat 1.
So the main things I'm looking for, Boston, are either one, magic items, or two, some kind of evidence.
Well, with your 19, you find books on Droacian history and kind of draconic lore. They seem pretty valuable. They're well kept. They have gold embedded pieces, gems also embedded in the cover, so they look very valuable.
I'll put those in my cloak.
You could guess they're probably valued at about like 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
You also find a ornate jewelry box. It contains a set of pearl earrings and a matching necklace worth 250 gold pieces.
So that's what, a total of 350 so far
Yep.
in items. I'll have to palm them off, obviously.
And then roll separately for investigating the basement. Felina, you can do the same.
Give me 1 second to add the stuff. Do you
What
just want
the?
me to add it? Do you want me
I
to
got
add
it
it
too.
as Boston? Do you want me to add it to my gold now, or just put it in my notes that I have those?
Put it in your inventory as it's worth, because you haven't sold it yet or anything.
Right, that's what I was making sure of.
No one else is investigating or looting?
I'm just busy getting stuff prepared and whatnot.
Gotcha. But yeah, if you guys want to divvy up that.
And what was I think we didn't catch. We couldn't find and we didn't remember what you said. Champion's belt.
It's just +2 to AC if you don't wear armor.
Oh yeah, with no armor.
Plus
Okay.
what to your AC?
And then
+2.
2.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, that's a 15 for the basement.
15 for the basement? Alright. In the basement.
It's not as good, but reliable talent is a good thing.
You find a locked chest.
Ooh, a chest.
Aster,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you only find like a couple spiders and like some bones.
Well, I'm gonna take one of those spiders and put him in my hair, and he's now my friend.
Oh, please no.
Oh.
Roll animal handling.
Please no.
3.
Okay.
Not the spiders again.
28.
I actually got a 28.
You pet him and he loves you and he now lives in your hair permanently.
Hell yeah.
You just gotta make sure he
And that's
doesn't get near Mr. Chomp.
Yeah.
or Saber. Saber will kill spiders. Well, so I'm going to attempt to pick the lock on the chest, I think.
Go ahead, give me sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Yep.
To absolutely destroy it, but
That's an absolute 26. Let's go.
I just love how
Alright.
rogues get to the point where it's just like sleight of hand. Haha. You want me to make a check? Well, 100% chance
Me.
success.
I mean, well, that's actually that's a high roll for me because it's only a +10.
Still,
okay.
my
You
point
find
stands.
a potion of healing, regular potion of healing, and some thieves' tools.
Potion of healing and some thieves' tools. Let's go.
Use thieves' tools to get some more thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Stonks.
Thanks, Boston.
Welcome.
You're
Okay.
So,
welcome. Anyways, all right.
Back to the carriage.
Group huddle.
hold on. I'll be in there in a moment, Thomas.
All right, Spencer.
Well, I've learned to manifest some of the draconic magic within me to do various things.
Interesting. Like experimental magic? What sort of
I
things are you
guess
referring?
would be experimental of sorts.
Interesting. Like what?
Let me think. Well, for starters, I can. Whenever I shock someone, I can also create a thunderclap to go with it as well that can quite cause the damage to the eardrums.
It seems fairly basic, but interesting. You don't seem to, you're not referring to a synthetic ability, are you? Or synth ability?
I think that might be an accurate description of it.
Interesting. We don't see much of that around here. It's not a magic I've dabbled in, but curious. I mean, largely it's referred to as forbidden here specifically.
Forbidden.
No one
Really?
is allowed to use it.
Hmm.
Not even if you are the goldest of dragonborns.
Not even dragons?
Well, dragons usually have no need for such a thing, but no, they do not. It's considered a
Racism.
perverted use of magic. It's not unholy. Maybe is a good word. Disrespectful to Rhyme's memory, or at least the way they remember him. They put a lot of words in that man's mouth.
Well, then I believe it might be best to not reveal that to the council.
Felina, can you guys join us in group huddle?
Yeah. Mm,
Do you need help finding Helena? Oh, okay. Very interesting.
I would assume it might
That
be in your best interest to maybe not reveal that to the council. I mean, you still want to use me as leverage, I assume.
no, I don't. I don't intend to spill those sorts of secrets. And I do apologize for being so harsh. It's simply that I have interests that I need to keep protected. And so I need to do harsh things to ensure that. We are in a very tumultuous time. A time where I can't afford to take any chances with anything. I'm sure you understand.
I understand. Now, you don't have to share what your plans are in particular and all that kind of stuff, but are you at least willing to share what your end goals are?
I can tell you this much. I'm in deep. And I don't know if trouble's the word. Debt, perhaps, would be more apt. Not quite in the traditional sense, but I am in deep debt to a very powerful person. And thanks to this person, I have achieved lots of great things, but I'm also expected to maintain their interests, lest I lose it all.
I see.
Consider it a loan shark of sorts. I'm not a bad man. I've just had to do some bad things.
You're just stuck in a pickle, is what you're saying.
Yes. And I know what I did with Melindra was terribly violent, but she was not a good person. And she stood in my way. I'm sure you had to make hard decisions in your life.
Oh, I have. I have.
People understand the burden that comes with authority. The things you have to do to maintain respect and a symbol of strength so that people don't dare usurp you. I mean, when you are in the usurping business, you can't ever be too careful. So, strong gestures, like the one I had made with Melindra, are necessary. Trust me, I took no pleasure in it.
Is there any loophole in said agreement with this individual?
None that I've been able to find. Once I accomplish my goal here, they said they'll leave me alone. With this country going to shit anyway, I figured it wouldn't be too bad.
Well, here's my 2 cents if it means anything. Anyone who's gonna have you do such things, my gut tells me that they're not gonna let you off the hook so easily after you accomplish them.
Maybe so, but it's not like I'm left with much of a choice. Trust me, I've thought it through a lot. I'm not proud of the person I've become, but I do this for someone, I guess you could say. It's a dream long coming. I've achieved it. I cannot lose it.
I'm sorry you're put in such a situation.
Oh, I appreciate the sentiment. Let's just get this over with. What do you think the Draconic Council's reaction is going to be? I, truth be told, have not thought this all the way through. My initial plan, well, it did involve the Emperor's assassination. Unfortunately, that's the way things had to go. But that clearly failed. And I'm not sure I can rely on those viceroys anymore. And so I need to rely on external factors, things that are a little more certain, that, albeit risky, appearing before the Draconic Council, who employs the man who despised my existence so much he created a cult. It's scary. But I can think of no better way to accomplish my goals. The viceroys were a discreet method, but clearly that won't work. The Emperor is resilient. He has brought in very capable people to defend him. And my hand has been forced. But maybe it will do this world some good. Switch things up.
And that's where I come in, I assume.
I suppose. You're mainly here so that they don't kill me on the spot.
Well, who's to say that they won't kill us afterwards?
I'm sure your mother would have words to say about that.
I'm sure she would.
That's mainly what this is banking on, is their decency.
Yes. Well, we do have 2 days to discuss it. That's what you said, correct?
Yes, more or less. Also, the lands we're venturing into are largely unknown. So there are a number of factors that could lengthen our journey, but I hope we don't run into any of them.
I look out the window and I point out the varying landscapes. I assume that might be the cause of what you said?
Yeah, you kind of like point forward because you are on either side trying to kind of like canyon walls. But yeah, pretty much. He goes, yes. They're, naturally speaking, this much draconic energy, this much conflicting draconic energy does not exist in one space. In, the world of Earth, long past, predating the Great Exodus, dragons were spread across the world, and they lived in their own respective places that accommodated their own needs and their typing. But now dragons have secluded themselves due to the Great Exodus, finding a home in their birthplace, and their energies have joined together to create quite the unpredictable environment. They shape the world around them to become more comfortable, but when there are so many in such a close vicinity, it can cause issues. Not for them, of course. For anyone who dares travel through it.
Hmm. At this point, Saran's deep in thought, trying to think of ways to go about the interaction with the Draconic Council.
Gotcha. As you're thinking, the cart slows down, and Craverax kind of opens a little flighty door and looks in and goes, "You might want to look at this. It's creeped me out. I don't know what it is." And he kind of points off to the right towards the top of the canyon. And you can see a little further, the canyon sort of starts to flatten out into more of a plain. But you can see atop the ridge, there is a creature. Just off rip, you can kind of tell it's like more large, rotund. Though you can't immediately kind of pick out what it is, but it's just kind of standing there watching.
Is it just a fat
As
dragon?
Varian kind of slides open the window and looks out. What do you say?
Is it just like a fat dragon in the distance?
Roll perception.
Okay. It's a 24.
It looks more like pig-like. And it seems to have multiple arms, and it's standing upright. And as you guys look at it, it just turns and disappears beyond the ridge.
What was that thing?
I'm not sure. Perhaps a
Lookout?
maybe part of the welcoming party. Continue to Craverax. Pay no mind to it. He clearly didn't seem interested. You can tell at this point the sun is kind of starting to go down. So we should probably start thinking of finding a place to set up camp. Good idea. Keep an eye out. I trust that your special abilities, Saran, will be enough to keep yourself safe.
Oh, I'm sure I can protect myself.
Do you have any dreams, Saran? Things that you would be willing to go to great lengths to protect?
One of the greatest dreams I have is adventure. I would do
Then
anything to see the world.
What point does adventure become terror? When does it switch from becoming a fun little, escapade to becoming a living nightmare? And at what point do you stop?
Well, I guess I've yet to experience it. Unfortunately.
Lucky you.
Well, I would say unlucky me because, well, I haven't had much the chance of adventure until recently.
Trust me, Saran. You don't want to see the horrors the world has to offer. They are unnumbered. They are countless.
I've already seen some. Unfortunately.
Sir, I found a good spot to set up camp. Should I pull over? Sure thing, yes. I think rest could do us both good. As he kind of looks at his hand one more time, and then slips the glove back over it. As the cart is pulled over, and you can see a nice clearing surrounded by what appear to be normal trees. Nothing quite weird like you had seen earlier. As he hops out the cart and goes to the back where a lot of the kind of equipment's been stored, and begins pulling out tents and stuff to make a fire. Sir, would you mind helping me with this?
What does he want help with exactly?
I'm setting the tents up and setting
yeah.
up the camp. Criverax also starts to help. He starts by kind of placing stakes and anchoring the dragon seat in place.
Sure thing. Do you want me to roll something for that at all?
Yeah, go ahead and roll survival to help.
There you go.
Cool. He seems to be very, very much struggling with setting the tents up. It keeps like folding in on itself and collapsing on him. And you kind of come over and show him kind of how you put the poles together, and you set it up instead. And he switches over to setting up the campfire, which is much easier for him. He just sets up the logs, and then with the tap of his fingers, it ignites. But as he does that, for fun, I'll have you roll it. Roll a D100 for me, Saran.
Okay. That is a 55.
55.
55.
55. You hear a faint, like, ethereal music begin to play around you. Just a faint sort of, like, ambience. Kind of stuff you would put on to kind of go to sleep. Oh, that's weird. Did you hear that too, Saran?
I did.
And it kind of goes on for about a minute before disappearing. And he lays his head down in his own tent and just kind of peeks out and goes, "Good night, Saran. Please don't try anything fishy. I placed an alarm around the area."
All right.
Good night. As I'm assuming you guys drift off to sleep, unless you have anything else you'd like to do.
Well, I could just attempt an assassination. I am a rogue after all. But I'm not gonna.
I'm not high enough road to be able to do that.
Yeah. He like he said himself, he has an ace up his sleeve, and well,
I'll be right back.
It's my food, not yours. Back off.
What? So we have divvied up the items.
Yeah, Boston.
Really?
I know. Oh, is Boston there?
I think he said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I just
think.
heard him like speaking as he went away. Yeah. Yeah, Spencer, if when we get to you, if you want, you can have the arena spell storing.
Maybe. Unless Nate wants it.
not the
Like,
champion's belt.
For Nate,
No, not the champion's belt.
Who's gonna have
'Cause-
Yeah,
that?
how did you guys
Paulina.
okay, Boston. We I think Felina and them was just wondering about the armor. Like what her armor is right now.
I think she had hide armor.
Okay, but she also said that she had the brace's defense, but you said that she could wear that.
So, wear what?
She said that she also had the bracers of defense, and you said that she could wear that even with her armor.
They are not necessarily bracers of defense in the normal sense.
But
I
they
didn't
do the
like
same thing.
Yeah, she said
Only,
that
like,
they were like set in their
like-
skin and all.
Yeah, they're just oak bracers that she got from where she used to live. I didn't necessarily. Yeah, they're not necessarily regular bracers of defense. They,
Are
I
they
think, they give a +1
Are they
to
still a magic? Are they still a magic item?
Yes, they are still magical.
And you said it's only a +1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
You put
+1.
+2 in my thing.
Oh, okay. My
So
memory is full.
So a high +2 because of her dex, plus the 1 from that, and you said you also had a shield.
I think it
Yeah.
is a +2,
Got
Thomas.
one in.
So that's
But
17
the
right now.
champions that wouldn't work with you, but the bracers that you have, they are made to work for her. They're specifically from like her background and everything.
Okay. So you think that so she has a 17 right now. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's still an 18.
That's still not bad. Um okay, so Champion's Belt will let's say then I guess Champion's Belt they can go to Saran since she for sure doesn't wear armor. And
Mm-hmm.
you can for sure keep the arena spell storing then.
Okay.
I think that'd be good. Because 17 AC, honestly, for Druid, not too bad. Not too
I mean,
bad.
plus she probably can. She
I mean,
might not be able to, combat wild shape,
it's
but
also
she can still wild shape.
yeah,
You
wild
find out
shape.
what spells are stored on there.
There Josue is.
I think most people just usually get like a bunch of like well, you're a druid, so you don't have access to like shield. I just know a lot of people they just like throw in like 5 or 6 shield spells in there.
Boss.
Anyway,
Yes, Lena.
My thing says I have 12 AC.
I just need to update it or something.
Yeah, I might need it.
Hasn't taken into account. You can custom set
So change
what your
it to
AC
17.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be 17.
Okay.
Josue, you're getting your robe and your staff as you wanted.
And I think you were going to give your old robe to Saran.
Yeah. Josue?
Oh, you mean
So that means I would eventually get a +3 to my AC.
And you hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear you now.
no.
Okay.
What would +3? What would a +3 give you?
Josue only
That would
gives.
give me 21.
Josue's
Hmm.
robe only gives +1, I think.
Yeah, +1 and then +2 from the bracers, or not the bracers, the champion's belt.
Hmm. Okay.
So you set aside the champion's belt for Saran.
Yeah, I guess.
For now,
Cool.
yeah.
Unless Rendon wants it.
He wears armor though.
Shh. I think we're good then. 'Cause I took the ring of protection.
I took boots of speed.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and Josue is taking the staff of power and the robe of the arch magi. Make sure that we are
Ignis is gonna
all
have a
only.
freaking
Make
nuts
sure
spell attack rolls now.
we'll make sure that we're all only attuned to 3. We don't have more than 3.
I still only have 2, so
Like
I'm still fine.
I don't know Josue how
Have
much
one.
you have.
Saran only has like one item that she's attuned to right now, which is the daggers, unless the 1 second.
Josue, how many do you have?
He only
what
had
do
one
I have?
attuned items.
2 only.
But one of them is your old robe, right?
Yeah.
Which you're going to be switching out, so it works. That just
Yeah.
means you have.
I'm switching out the other one too.
Saran has 2 right
Or-
now. I'll
Wait,
figure it out.
actually. 1 second.
Yeah.
I think I messed up.
I got my cloak of the elven kind, which I realize now. Well, I mean, I kind of forgot I had it, but definitely I should have used that for the infiltration. But oh well.
Hey Boston, in the past, if you check pinned comments in our DMs with each other, there's the set of daggers that I messaged you about. Nowhere on there does it say it requires attunement, but I want your ruling on that, if it would or wouldn't.
Do most weapons really acquire attunement?
In our chat?
Yeah, just our DMs with each other. If you just check pinned messages and go to about
How do I find-
August of last year.
I feel like most weapons don't require two. Well, actually,
I-
no. That's not
I feel
true.
like most of them do.
That's not true. I guess.
I mean,
feel
it
like
doesn't fit, so
clothing's do.
I'd say
Clothing
they would.
definitely does.
Is your ruling no then?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm attuned to one thing then.
You're,
All right, are we done the Spencer stuff?
yeah. So as he goes to bed, I'm gonna come back to you guys. So
So I would just be coming out of the dungeon with Felina, what's your character's name again?
Aster.
Aster?
Yes.
Okay. I'd just be coming out of the dungeon. I'm assuming Aster's following behind me with their new spider friend. And I just go up to Drake. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready.
What are you guys eating? Hey, poo-poo. It's
Okay.
not my
All
french
right.
fry.
Is everyone ready? Igneous? Igneous, what do you say that? I mean, Josue, what do you think Igneous probably been doing? Just kind of relaxing,
Resting.
resting a
Yeah,
bit.
he's just been resting. How long did you guys take, by the way?
Not
They said
super
right
long, I don't think.
now.
Yeah, I feel like they rated it pretty quickly. I'd say at most an hour.
Yeah, Boston, how long do you think it would have taken to rate it?
And also just get
if you
everything
were,
ready.
I'm assuming you're attempting to be thorough, so I would say probably close to an hour, 45 minutes ish.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what we
And
thought.
while we were also getting like the heli thing set ready and
Hover chariot.
the hover chariot and all this other stuff as well. What was the
Okay.
one guy's name?
Filbert.
Gilbert?
Filbert.
Filbert.
Oh, Filbert. That's right. I was like, all right,
Was his
Filbert.
captain.
Think we're ready.
Okay. All right, everybody, load up. You sure you want to go into the Dragonlands?
Yeah, kind of have to.
Is the man Southern?
I forgot what accent is. Is that the video posted?
No.
No, it's
Okay.
not. Yeah, well, it is
forget
on
the
Christian's channel, but I haven't linked it on mine yet.
Let's
Okay.
go with it. That's
I
fine.
definitely don't remember what he sounded like, but
I don't think it was Southern, but honestly, I don't care.
I wasn't even intending Southern. I'll figure it out. All right,
Not
guys.
dissing, just commenting.
I'll get it revved up, and he turns this kind of crystal in the quote unquote dashboard area, I guess. As it boom, kind of hums to life, lifts up off the ground. All aboard!
You're really forcing the Southern now.
Fine.
Hey, you're oh,
Roll with it. All right. All right. How long do you think it'll take us to get there, Filbert?
Oh, considering everything goes well, like 2 days.
All right.
I'll tell you, I haven't necessarily been there myself before, but from what I know and from what I've heard, and from the map.
Okay.
All right, well, sit tight. I'll tell you if anything goes wrong, and if you guys need to take a nap, go right ahead. Smoothest ride you
All
ever
right.
had.
All right. Rendon, do take watch real quick while the others of us get some rest.
Sure.
That's what Rendon sounds like. That's what Rendon sounds like. Sure.
We have an imposter among
Interesting.
us.
Jeez, okay. I
Are we
didn't
sure
realize.
that we go ahead,
Sorry.
Igneous?
Don't worry, it's just out of character. Continue. No worries.
I was gonna say, are we sure we want to go there? Shouldn't we maybe go back to the, Emperor to deal with the
Oh,
what?
yes. I imagine Igneous. I think I had right. Like during your break, I maybe or after you break, you can do it here. Make sure that the Emperor knows about what has happened and where we are headed.
I'm just saying, shouldn't we just go back there? I don't think we should follow Saran, is what I'm saying.
Well, if we don't follow Saran, we might get there too late.
I mean, it seems like she already had a plan if she did all of this.
And if the Emperor can send someone to help us, then he can send someone.
The issue is mostly the simulacrum, Drake. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, as long as he's not tipped off that we know, can have us we keep an eye on.
Yes, what do you think of the situation?
Igneous?
Oh, sorry. What again? I'm sorry. I have a really bad headache still.
That's okay.
Okay. I was trying to get us to go back to the palace of the Emperor, or wherever we were, because it seems like Saran has a plan or something, if she's doing all
I mean,
this.
her plan was to. I mean, I think her plan went out the window when Linda got killed.
We don't know that, though.
Well, we saw her body.
Well, no, I know that. I'm saying I don't think the plan went out the window is what I mean.
I mean, it could be assumed because she was there.
Yeah. We don't
But
know necessarily.
at the same time, we need to deal with the simulacrum.
No, we need to.
Right now.
They have a lot of people. I'm sure they should be fine. I guess I can try reaching out again. Then I need to rest.
Yeah, just let him know what we know and what happened here.
And ask about the simulacrum.
And where we're going.
Okay.
Somehow condense that all into your.
I think we already told about simulacrum earlier.
Ask about it. I'm saying if he's dealt with it. That's what I'm saying.
Where are we going again? I forgot.
The Dragonlands.
For some reason.
Okay. I am going to cast Sending to Eldazan directly.
All right.
I'm going to ask, did you take care of Simulacrum? We are going to Dragonland.
And let them know about the Viceroy's demise.
Viceroys 3 dead.
Still got 10 more wards or anything else.
Everything okay over there?
Gotcha. Okay. He responds with everything okay at the moment. Xantris watching Simulacrum. Don't want to tip it off. Rumors of rebellion stirring might be. I think that's it. I haven't even done 30 there.
That's 20. That's 20.
Might be the end of my rule.
25. Oh, okay.
I'll just, when I'm receiving the message, I'm just like saying that out loud.
Then a few moments later, you get you get a message from him, and he goes, "Wait, what the fuck do you mean the Viceroys are dead?" Sorry, had to find sending scroll.
No, I'm just like I'm just like not necessarily replying. I'm just like thinking that. But he would say,
What did you say?
he found Melindra dead. 2 others attacked us.
Did we
It's
know that? Did
partial.
we know their names? Did we know their names?
Altharian and Visvana.
That's
Yeah, they're
right.
both
Igneous,
at the party, so we would have known.
Yeah,
Igneous doesn't know though.
I
But
think.
we did.
Okay, I guess. I'm pretty sure Igneous didn't
Other,
know, or didn't care
other,
to remember even.
there you go. That's better phrasing.
He would just describe them like
Yeah,
shadow,
I guess.
and the other was red, right?
Yeah, it was a
Gold.
gold. It was a gold dragonborn
Okay.
and a black dragonborn.
Gold and black. That's all I would say because I don't care to remember enough.
Okay,
Mhm.
he responds, "Oh my god, I am so screwed. Make sure this doesn't get out to anyone."
This was voiced, or this Ignis say this out
Okay.
loud.
I'll just as I'm receiving, I'm just giving that out.
Saber,
We did.
Saber starts to draw his sword.
Well, we didn't leave any.
Did we clean
Leave
that?
no trace.
We
Looks
didn't
at
leave any.
building half destroyed. Yeah, this should take a bit.
Well, no, it's all
It's
the
not
other people.
necessarily.
It's the people who work here that I'm worried about.
I mean, we just left the
They're
bodies
helping
there
us.
too.
They're helping us. I think most of them.
It doesn't matter what you think,
Yeah.
Thomas. They're.
It's fine. We're not. Look, we're not gonna kill them.
What do you mean? That's literally going against what Ilden literally just said.
It's not.
I thought you didn't
Right.
care, Saber.
I don't care, but at the same time, if this gets pegs on us, then I care.
I don't think we would.
So do you guys want to go out and demon
Boston,
out?
when we were getting stuff ready, like where like imagine the other workers were able to get out. Or
Yeah, some of them have already left.
Damn it.
And all.
Ignis is like, okay, and he just like goes to lean on his side and grabs Paprika like a pillow and just like hugs her because it's been a while.
She snuggles in.
And he's just like trying to rest, basically.
You guys are giving a child an anxiety attack.
Me, Chomp, and Spider Guy are taking a nap.
Spider guy.
What's the name of the spider guy?
Mr. Leg.
I love that.
All right.
I just have. Well, the other. I mean, I guess Rendon's taking watch, but I'm just gonna have Jerry comfort Saber for now. Also, what? Who am I hearing echo?
It's Boston.
Okay.
Me?
You did
Yeah,
for a minute.
when Christian talks, we hear him through you, I think.
Interesting.
And I hate it because I hate my own voice.
Is it doing it again?
It's not all the time.
It's not all the time. It's only some of the time, which is also the weird part.
Yeah, it's not doing it right now.
Is it doing it now? Test it.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Yeah, it
I heard
did a little bit.
But, like not really. It was not.
It picked up
It was-
something.
It picked up like
Yeah.
a tiny little like word. I didn't even hear. You couldn't even hear it.
Interesting.
It's fine.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna have Jerry comfort Saber for now because Saber's actually starting to get anxious because of all this. And then Saber's gonna rest.
All right. So everyone's resting. They just have Rendon watching.
For now, yeah.
For now.
It's too bad none of us are elves.
You guys kind of all slip off into sleep as It is the smoothest ride. There are no bumps. There's an occasional like jostle, just because this thing is like hovering off the ground, so if the ground kind of changes shape, it will have to like blow over that. But for the most part, super smooth. One sec.
Hello?
All right, you guys start to hear the sound of thunder, and it wakes you up.
All of us?
Depends on how deep of sleep
I
you
guess,
guys are in. I guess
I
roll
mean,
con.
my passive perception is pretty high.
I mean, mine's a 22 for passive.
Yeah, so
Mine is a 14, but he has a really bad headache.
Roll con saves
don't-
to see who is able to maintain sleep.
Okay. How long has it been since we started the ride, I guess?
I mean, you guys are still being asleep or just waking up. Don't really know yet.
Okay.
yeah, we don't know.
By the way, something that I forgot to mention, if I am grabbing the robe of Archmagi, I'm going to take off the hood and uniform. But I'm going to keep the mask.
Okay. Yeah, Aster, Drake, and Igneous, you guys shoot right awake. Faber is still asleep.
Side comment, Boston. What color was the road of the Archmagi? Because on the item description, it specifies a color based off a certain thing.
Oh yeah, based on alignment.
I kind of think the alignment thing is dumb, personally, but it's neutral.
So it's gray.
Maybe it can change depending upon the wearer.
Maybe.
Yeah, because the first one didn't have. I mean, I don't remember you mentioning that at all either.
Yeah, but it's also like a destroyed one that got remade a little bit. So
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
So I wake up to thunder, to
a
lightning,
massive
thunder.
crack of thunder, as you can see a storm above you guys. I forget. Did I say that if this is a covered chariot or not?
I don't think you
I
mentioned
don't
it.
think you said no.
I'm pretty sure you said covered.
I think it might have been.
I think we'll go.
So you don't.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
You hear the sound of rain hitting the top of the chariot, and thunder cracks, and you can see it kind of flashes through the windows of the chariot.
Well,
And Dilbert, who is outside, because the driving part is not covered. But it has like a awning, but it's not like covered.
yeah.
He's sitting there freezing, and he's kind of driving through.
I'll go out there to him. I was like, "Wake up, Saber!"
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find cover. Hold out in the storm.
It's okay.
Dragon storms can be especially destructive.
Can we help at all?
Dragon Storm?
Can you maybe spot some place that I can park this thing?
All right, I'm gonna try to get to a good location where I can spot.
Do you like stand up on top of the
Yeah.
chair? Or okay.
Saber's just looking out the back or out the windows, just trying to
Oh,
say,
no one said they woke you up.
you literally said you woke me up.
No, I told the others to wake you up.
I literally heard you say, Saber, wake up.
Yeah, I heard that too. I thought you were waking up.
Okay, fine. I mean, but
I guess he woke up to you yelling at the others to wake him up.
Yeah, fair.
if you want to say that, okay, that's fair.
Okay, Saber. Saber, you spot
I rolled a 4.
sort of this like kind of like a cliff, like there's like this sheer rock face, and at the top, it kind of has this like woven like canopy of roots from a tree that's like perched at the edge of it that have kind of grown off into this kind of protective awning that the like towards the bottom that goes deep enough to where you could park there and be completely out of the rain. Drake, you spot a cave.
Filbert, go this way. And I just point.
Yeah, I think that's better. We don't know what could be in that cave.
Or as he turns around and parks right underneath the awning, as you guys can see. Lightning bolts the size of like mansion pillars, like the thickness of like a pillar that would support like a mansion,
Damn.
pouring down and leaving like huge craters in the ground as they fall. And then you can see various like flying creatures fluttering out of the nearby trees. And whoever wants to roll another perception check.
26.
You hear buzzing,
Yep, I don't know why it rolled twice.
I heard buzzing from where?
like sort of an insectoid droning. Kind of hear it. I mean, due to the acoustics of where you're at, it kind of like sounds like it's coming from everywhere. So it could be either to the side or up top. And
Do I also hear with the
anything ahead
22?
of you. Yeah, same thing. Yep.
Alright, so I don't know what this buzzing is, but be ready.
Saber sheds a tear every time he hears this strike of lightning.
And they, like the thunder is cacophonous. It is super loud, super duper loud.
Do I notice like if like what type of buzzing it could be? Like maybe like a creature or whatnot? Just from the way it sounds.
Saber has no idea what it could be.
It's
So
roll nature.
Nature?
I think I know what it is.
I'm gonna first off use
I'm pretty sure I know what it is,
I'm gonna do
but
guidance.
Igneous may know too, but I don't know what the roll would be for that.
So
yeah, I mean you haven't even
it doesn't matter what I roll.
Thomas, did you tell us about the buzzing?
Yes.
Or I guess did I tell you about the buzzing? Okay.
I was like, hey, like I know what that buzzing is, guys, but are you ready? I rolled 11. I don't know.
Igneous, any ideas on what it could be?
Boston, what would you have me roll? Nature 2, if I want to see? Because I'm pretty sure Igneous would know, and I'm pretty sure I know, but I'm not 100%.
I still don't get. I still never got why nature is intelligence and like druid, who is like all about nature, is like a wisdom based thing. Like I feel like
Druid and ranger.
yeah, and
It's
nature
weird.
is an intelligence
I guess
thing.
give me a nature. I could kind of also see a case for Arcana potentially.
Okay.
I got a 14 for nature.
So, I mean, it sounds like kind of mosquito-esque, but bigger.
Okay. So nature or Arcana, Boston? Either one.
I think a case could be made for Arcana for you.
The fact that a
Okay.
wizard's nature could be higher than a druid's.
Oh, dang it! I rolled on that one.
You have no clue, and
The
it doesn't
headache
help
is too
that
big.
as you guys are thinking and like trying to figure out what this is and where it's coming from, a column of lightning strikes right outside of where you guys are holed up. As the thunder from that hits you guys, so I need everyone to make con saves.
What?
Is this how long? Can I tell how long we were? Because if it's
You do
long
not get
enough,
a full rest.
has it been enough to attune to our items?
It would be enough to attune, yes.
Okay. Is this a magical effect? Because I will have advantage against it.
It is not magic. This is pure raw lightning.
Okay. And you said just Constitution.
Are we still outside
14.
of the ship? I
Yeah,
guess.
we're underneath the thing, I think.
Like, are we
Oh
currently
boy.
about to be trying to get hit by lightning?
You're not getting hit by
Hopefully-
lightning. It hit nearby, but the thunder is so loud that it.
Oh, like Goku death or something.
Felina, make sure you're rolling con save.
But I think it's the same.
I did.
It might not be. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you rolled a straight Constitution.
How do I do a con save?
Click where it says so in your skills, above your skills, it shows save.
There's all the saving
Oh.
throws.
Saving throws to the right.
3. Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
Ooh.
got it.
We'll still keep the 14 because it is the same. It's the same roll.
I just wasn't
No,
sure.
I got
That's why.
two.
Well, it's the same modifier, and you
Yeah.
already rolled. So we'll take the initial roll. Saber, you are able to save, so you'll take half damage.
Okay.
So you only take 14.
Oof.
As it, like, you feel it hit your chest super hard, and your ears pop, and everything's kind of soundless for a second, but your hearing returns. The rest of you, though,
I'm down again.
you take 27 damage.
Wait,
No,
hold-
we got a long rest.
Yeah, we got a long rest this way.
Oh, I thought he said
Nope.
that we didn't.
You did not have enough time for a long
Oh.
rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
But we still got a rest though, right? So we still.
You would have had enough time for a short rest.
yeah, you got a short rest. Ooh.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you want to roll your hit dice real quick, yeah, I should have mentioned that.
Okay.
For what you would have rolled now, and then we'll
Okay.
base
Hold
off
on.
that.
I also have to fix myself now.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, I would have been able to heal myself completely with my short rest, but I don't know how much I would have used. What to say I used up? I was like half health. So out of my 15, maybe I used 8. What'd you say? If I was like at 70,
Yeah, that would make sense.
what to say I used half of them.
You said we took 27 damage, right?
And you are now deafened.
I'm not though.
You are not. No, you are.
We don't regain any mana or anything from short rest, right?
Nope.
I do regain
Spell slots.
This way does. Yeah.
spell points. Yeah. Go back because
You guys are deafened for 2 minutes.
1 second. Let me see something. Okay.
It's giving me an issue.
Oh, I still forgot Boston to ask about the how many points I have.
Spell points.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
How many levels do you have in Ranger?
In
What's it doing?
Ranger I have 11 and 4 in Druid.
Okay. You would have
Let's put this in my notes.
44 spell points.
44 spell points. Okay.
Okay. I got it. I used 12 of my hit dice.
Druid's a full
How
cast.
much?
It's 4th level in Druid, which is 17 points, and then
Is
half
there an
of
easy way that people are putting this info to keep track of?
Yeah, on the spell slot page, I think you can rename one of your counters up top to spell points.
One of my
And then you
counters.
can- yeah, so there are things like places to keep track of. So let me see if I can find it on your character sheet.
Oh. Will that rename them to what they are on the front page?
I don't know if they are tied. You could also put it on the front page if you wanted, but I shouldn't. I don't know if it will actually.
Here, I'll add that as another resource. Spell
Oh.
points. That works out fine. Spell points, maximum of 44.
And then what I did is on Felina's, I put in where it says spell slots, and so instead of like the 3 out of 3 or whatever, I put how many spell points it costs to cast that level spell.
Okay, so how much does it cost for level 1?
Level 1 costs
2 points.
2 points.
Level 2,
3,
3, level 3,
5,
5, level 4,
6.
6, and I have one level 5 spell, so I can cast level 5. So Level
That's 7.
5 is 7. Okay. All right. I think I had used all my level 2 spell slots. So that means I used up 9 spell points. But I'm gonna use another 3, so that's 12 I've used, if I'm correct with my math. And I'm gonna cast Restoration on myself.
All right. As your hearing returns to you, the rest of you are just kind of like your head's ringing.
And I'm
you
gonna
hear
I'm
enough.
gonna cast that on the others who are deafened as well. So the 2 others, or is there anyone else?
Looks like the only people deafened now are Igneous and Aster.
What about Filbert?
Great question.
Poor Filbert.
Filbert has gone catatonic.
He's
The
gone
ears are
catatonic.
depleted and he's collapsed. And he's just kind of like shaking on the ground.
He probably needs to be healed. So I'm gonna use Healing Word on him.
Well, while Drake's doing all this, I'm going to make another perception check to see if I notice anything more about the buzzing, and it's nothing. Okay, never mind. Is the buzzing still there?
Yes, you still hear buzzing as kind of descending from above. You can see a black cloud that the buzzing seems to be emitting from. And as it descends lower, it appears to be a swarm of like mosquitoes the size of like 2 fists put together.
Oh,
With
interesting.
huge butt.
That's 7
Dang.
hit
That's a
points
big
to
mosquito.
Filbert.
I have to open.
And they seem to be pouring out of the tree above. And
Wonderful.
it doesn't seem to stop as it just kind of begins to fill the area as they seem to be also rushing for salvation and begin to cloud the air around you.
Are we? Wait, we didn't go to the cave, right? We just.
No, you're not in the cave. You are in that sort of like
Tree.
overlook, like rock, like next to like a cliff sort of thing.
How big is this carriage?
Carriage is it's big enough to hold all of you guys, so it's you're 4 people, 5 people.
There's not a
Technically.
lot of us right now.
It's enough to hold 5 people, so it's like probably it's a size large object, I think. But it's a good size. And like I said, it's kind of like van sized.
Okay, it's not terribly big, but it's big enough.
Yes, and
Okay.
all of you start to get kind of nipped at by these mosquitoes as they're just in your area and begin to sting at you.
I'm gonna
Uh,
cast Produce Flame. Try to see like can like kind of scare them off with the flame.
Okay. Flame erupts in your hand as the mosquitoes that were starting to swarm you begin to hang back, sort of out of fear of it. The rest of you will get stung at.
Boston.
Yes.
I am going to use one of my abilities I haven't used yet.
Oh boy.
It's Bloodmaster time. So that's another 20 of my mana. So I'm activating Bloodmaster, and then I am going to go ahead and use Red Death, which is my passive thing, basically.
All right, run what triggers that? Is it an attack that triggers it, or is it being near you that triggers it?
It is enemies that are in melee range or that touch me take 2d6 of elemental damage.
Okay, so first let me roll a few things.
Alright,
Okay, 2 mosquitoes have gone after you, Saber. 1 has gone after Aster.
No.
3 have gone after Igneous, and then none have gone after Drake. So Saber, 23 to hit on one of them. The other completely misses and smacks into the rock face behind you. But this one that goes into you, so he scores the hit, which is going to be.
Well, Boston, what was it to hit? Sorry?
23.
Hold on, let me check what the Crimson Carapace gives, because that could change everything.
Have you activated it? That was the question.
While that's
let's
happening,
do-
Boston. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
I want to cast infestation and make a giant thing of
You are cutting out.
mosquitoes.
I think you might need to hold your microphone closer to your mouth. You're cutting out a little
I
bit.
said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I want to cast infestation and make a giant swarm of mosquitoes.
Oh no.
There's more.
Oh no. Oh no, it's Kruber all over again.
Fight fire
Okay.
with fire.
Well, that's no.
That's the infestation cantrip, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Infestation's cantrip. Okay. It's on a single creature. So the one mosquito that's gone after you, what does it kind of look like as you cast this? Where are the bugs coming from?
I'll just open my mouth and they'll all fly out.
Right, you open your mouth as all these other mosquitoes buzz out and begin to surround the one that is attacking you. It's still going to get its chance to bite at you, but I'm assuming that yeah, it does miss because your AC is 17. So it goes to bite, but instead it's hit by the infestation. Go ahead and roll. What needs to make a con save? Does a 19
what is
succeed?
Hello there.
What do I
Boston,
put that against?
It's under your spell sheet. It should say spell save DC.
What did
So
you roll?
what is the one that hits?
19.
Yeah, that hits. That
Well, it
saves.
doesn't hit. So it succeeds. So it won't take any damage, but also doesn't do any damage to you. And did that hit you, Saber?
It does, yes.
Okay. You take 4 damage.
Okay. And then it'll
And
take the 2d6. Yes.
yeah, so go ahead and roll that.
So you said 4 damage?
It is
Yeah.
now attached to you.
And then let me roll the 2d6.
Yeah, 4 damage.
It's gonna be 2d6 of fire damage.
Not the poison?
Um
I think we said it was poisonous because it's your poison
well
blood
it
aura.
it also said because it lasts for 1 minute. Enemies that are in range of melee attack take 2d6 of elemental damage.
Oh, okay.
So
You're
I think
making it.
yeah, I'm making it fire. So where's the dice? There's the dice.
Did you order more food, Boston?
No?
Why is someone just knocking on the door?
Let me look. Definitely didn't order more. There's no one out there.
Open the door.
Did you order stuff from Walmart?
Yeah. Thanks.
You guys more sodas?
Yeah.
That's a good 7 fire damage.
Okay. How much fire damage?
7 fire damage. It's a mosquito. It probably doesn't have that much, right?
Okay, so it kind of catches fire a little bit as it's hung onto you. Let me see if it's going to instinctively pull away. It's still latched on.
That's an interesting thing. It's a mosquito, right, Boston?
It's huge, though. It's like the size of 2 of your fists
Right,
put
right.
together.
That's not what I'm asking, though. It's a mosquito.
Yes.
So when it attacks me, is it sucking my blood?
It sort of feels that way.
Blood puppet number 1 coming.
Boston, are you also making that with Arcane Recovery I cannot get any more spell points than what a level 6 spell would give me?
Say that one more time.
So Arcane Recovery lets me recover spell points or spell slots up to a combined level that is less or half than your wizard level, but none of them can be 6 level or higher. Are you ruling that same way for spell points?
Yes,
Or
I will.
no?
I'll still keep that.
Okay, because my level rounded up is 8, so I could recover up to 11 points, but none of them. Like, how do I do that? Since none of them would be able to recover 6, so I
So
can only recover up to 7.
you can recover up to 8 levels worth, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and it can be above 6, but it can be at 6.
No, it can only be up to 5th level spell slots.
Oh, okay.
Because with the spell points, they are not assigned to a slot necessarily. I just have the points.
Yeah, it'd be like the amount of points then of what that would be. So if say you did a 1/5 level spell slot, quote unquote, and then you had enough room for a third, so you could regain up to 12. I think is the highest, because the 7 and the 5.
Okay, so you would rule it that with as a level 8, I would have 12 instead of the 11 points or 11 points.
Well, I'm only saying that because in the normal ruling, you could restore 1 level 5 spell slot and then 1 level 3 spell slot. And if you did that with spell points, that is the equivalent of 12 points put together.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that then.
Cool. Wait, the mosquito hangs on to you, and you can see its little butt begin to kind of fill up. And it first fills up with blood, but then that blood kind of begins to glow as you can see what looks like life energy kind of being extracted from it. And at this point, the bugs are completely surrounding the chariot and also you guys. Igneous, you have 3 on you. So they are going to take a nibble.
Do I need to roll a save or?
It won't be a save, so it's going to be. I have to roll a hit. So it's 22 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
Austin, where is Igneous compared to me?
10 and a 19. I imagine you guys are pretty huddled up, all within 5 feet of each other, would be my guess.
Wait, say that.
Because
19 was the last one.
And the second?
Was a 10.
Okay. Obviously the 10 doesn't hit. The 19 is a clash.
Okay, so roll an attack. I could say, I think a cantrip could be fine if you wanted to do that.
so, Austin, aren't all of these mosquitoes, if they're within 5 feet of me, aren't they all taking damage?
Well, they're not all within 5 feet of you. There's only 2 that have gotten close enough to bite.
Okay, that's fair.
Austin, you said that.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It got a 24. So
Ugh.
on its first attack, it's going to do 6 damage. And its second, it's going to do 5. So you take a total of 11 damage, and they are now flung onto you. The other one went to hit, and you kind of were able to swat it away, and it's now buzzed kind of around.
Austin, you say these kind of came here to get away from
Out of the storm.
the storm and not. I'll try this out. So I have my produce flame still kind of going, and I'm moving around, batting them away with it. I'm gonna try to use thaumaturgy and make a big, loud rumble of thunder happen right nearby us to kind of spook them away.
Gotcha. What
Do
are
you
you
want me
using
to
for that?
roll or anything like that?
Or are you just trying to use thaumaturgy? Roll intimidation.
Well, Okay, can I at the same time try and use thaumaturgy use guidance?
I think you can use guidance right before doing thaumaturgy.
So I'll do that and then try that. Intimidation. Well, hopefully I roll somewhat high. I might actually say that if everyone wants to, you can add to this. We'll try to scare them away. So I don't know if anyone wants to try to add on. Oop. That's a 4.
Each used to the lightning shield.
Is anyone helping? Maybe.
I
What are
don't
we
know
doing?
what
We're
I
all
can do
dealing.
to help.
We are literally all dealing with other things.
Okay.
I guess that's a good point too. Like, I don't know if I would be able to help anyway
Plus,
because I don't.
we don't know that you're using thaumaturgy either. As far as we know, it's actual thunder.
Well, so yeah, you do a bit of wave of your hands as you create the sound of more thunder, but it's not quite loud enough, and it's drowned out by the real thunder that's kind of going on outside. And so all the
Man.
mosquitoes stay normal. You can see some of them like kind of jump, like startling of a loud noise, but that's about it.
Dang.
How many
Silly
mosquitoes can we see?
mosquitoes.
One sec.
I
How
feel
many
like this
mosquitoes?
is becoming.
You can't really count at this point because they seem to still be pouring out of that tree, and so they've pretty much clouded the air. So you can no longer see into the storm. It's just all this swarm of mosquitoes.
Are
Some
they
of them
just
are
around us, or how many are? Are the only ones with us are the ones that are latched onto us, basically?
the ones that are super close to you are the ones that are latched on, or the ones that are trying to latch on. The others seem to be swarming around the chariot.
Okay, I am going to cast Wall of Force around the chariot and us to keep as few mosquitoes inside as possible. I mean, actually, yeah, I don't. It would be only covering the chariot, like a dome.
That would also technically include you guys.
Yeah, just covering all of us
All right, what
in
does it
the
look like
chariot.
as you cast Wall of Force?
I'll just put my hands towards the, like, I guess what would be the sky, but it's the mosquitoes, and I just, like, from the center start uh like, put them together in the center and then drag them to the sides, and as I do, the shimmering Wall of Force will extend.
As it forms around you, as you start to hear the sounds of mosquitoes, boom, 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 kind of bouncing into the barrier, and you are able to trap about like 25% of the swarm inside. The rest are left out.
Oh, I mean, I
That's
wanted
not
to
like
prevent that from happening, actually. Like,
Well,
I
I'm saying
want
the
just.
amount that would be in there is about 25% of the swarm.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
The amount that have already clung around you guys and the chariot, but you block off 75% of the others.
Okay.
And they just kind of, upon running into the barrier, will kind of go a little higher up against this rock face, and are still buzzing around, but they're not like going crazy or anything.
Okay.
So now you just have
Like,
them in the barrier with you.
we just need to get rid of those. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it up.
hmm.
I mean, should we start rolling initiative? I don't know what to do here.
Chomp chomp, try to eat some.
If you guys want to go into actual combat against these things, we can roll initiative.
'Cause, I mean, Saber's only thing that he can do right now is
How many
his
is
passive
there
bloodline.
now you would say that we have that we're dealing with?
Speaking in sense of like a swarm, like swarm sense, there's probably like 4 swarms. I'm not going to count one by one, but there's about
Yeah.
4.
And
Okay.
how big is the inside of the chariot?
And that's hold 5 people, so it's like the inside of a van.
Okay. would you say that they're not they're not technically beasts? Would they speak with animals as it worked for insects?
I think it would work.
Okay.
Insects not like its own classification.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use speak with animals. Try to see if I can get them, and I convince them to leave us alone and to tell them, hey, there's a nice cave just over yonder a ways.
Okay, so you cast.
I mean,
Speak with
I would
Animals.
tell them where it was. I would know where they were exactly.
All right, as you cast Speak with Animals, you kind of tune in on their frequency.
Sorry.
As you just hear a cacophony of them saying "suck, suck, 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 suck."
Whoa! Sucks.
You're
So
welcome, internet.
at this point, Boston, Saber's just gonna start walking up and down the chariot, just
Just kind of trying to
pacing.
get as many of these guys in your aura as you can.
Yeah, because it only hurts enemies.
Okay, so I'm gonna
So,
say there. Three of the swarms are centered on the chariot, and the rest of the swarm is kind of centered around you guys. So you're just kind of walking through the other ones. We'll get into initiative soon, but I see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
First, Thomas, what? So say what you're gonna say to them.
As I would say, hey, there's a nice big old thing in the
hey,
cave over there that you can suck and that won't fight back.
Suck, suck, suck. Not as good as tasty rectangle. Zuck, zuck, zuck.
Tasty rectangle.
I mean, Boston, if they want to suck blood, wouldn't they be drawn to the blood mist I'm radiating?
It seems maybe that's not what they're after.
Interesting.
Can I glean info out of what they said there?
Roll insight.
14.
They seem to be referring to the chariot.
They want to
Are
suck
they
the
are
chariot?
they are they
They're
termite mosquitoes?
they're specifically attracted
Oh,
to the chariot, not us.
I just figured out what it is. Hold on.
Suck, suck, suck.
I'm also gonna roll insight based on what everyone else is saying.
Is Filbert still up?
You brought him up. He's now just kind of shivering on the ground. He's like, my ears.
Filbert, do you know what they talk about? Like, why they want the ship itself?
Did you say less? Did you use restoration? Oh my god, lesser restoration on him.
Oh, I'll need to do that too. Sorry.
What did you say?
Me?
No, that's what Filbert said because he's deaf.
Yeah. I tested this lesser restoration. I'd be like, they seem to be specifically after the ship, not because of us, but the ship itself. Would you know why?
These are mana mosquitoes. They're sucking the mana out of the mana crystals that power the chariot.
Mm.
As the chariot drops and is no longer hovering, and it splats a few of the mosquitoes as they just their guts go splattering all out from underneath this thing.
Gosh dang it,
Oh no, but
we're a little late
all
on
of
that.
us.
Oh no.
But now I also know why they're sucking on us.
Womp womp.
People have trace amounts of mana, but they're drawn to the main source, and these just must have been stragglers that drawn to you.
All right.
No more suck. No more suck. And you can see some of them are full, like their butts have swelled up and are glowing blue, and just kind of like drunkenly, just kind of bumping around between like the barrier and the chariot, like after eating like a full Thanksgiving dinner. You know, they're just like getting sleepy.
Are these mosquitoes southern?
Stop it.
Kind of a bug voice. My bug voice is very similar to a southern voice.
Southern? Which is the same as Filbert.
But there's that swarm that is not full. And they go, we'll have to do begin to suck. As they move in to you guys. I'm going to stop there and cut back over real quick to Spencer.
Prepare
Alright.
the suckage.
The suckening shall begin.
The suckening.
The Zuckening?
The suckening.
Sure.
All right.
The Zuckering.
Saran, do you just go to sleep like normal?
Let me see. Yeah, I go to sleep.
All right. You drift off and you begin to dream about your mother, about your father, and about this dragon, this blue dragon that you can see kind of reflected in a puddle that Dream You is standing over, that you spend a lot of time staring at. And you look up and you can see at the edge of this lake that you're standing near is a great and powerful blue dragon that is your mother, and you immediately feel small in comparison. And the water ripples, and you can see this dragon inside clawing to get out. And then you start to hear, "Help! Help me! Help! Help me!" And you snap awake. And you start to hear it still, "Saran, help me! Help me!"
I run to aid.
You run, as you enter the tent of Varian, you can see him standing there gripping this, like, sleek, black, draconic creature. It's smaller. It's, like, a little smaller than, like, a pseudo-dragon. Its wings are flapping, and it's kind of got a piranha-like face, and it's just kind of, like, nipping at the air towards Varian. And you can see a few others that he's kind of smacking aside with his hand, but this main one's kind of going for his throat. And you can see the power lines. He seems to have removed the glove off of his arm, but like the red lines that run through his arm are growing super dim as each time he swipes at these flying creatures. They're preventing my magic. I can't keep them away.
Okay.
See, these things have these sort of like rattle tails that, as they shake, put off this like purple pulse that kind of fills the inside of the tent.
Okay, I'm gonna go and use. I'm gonna pull out one of my daggers, and I'm gonna use shocking or booming blade on the one that's trying to go for his throat.
All right, as you raise your dagger, you go to infuse it with your magic, but nothing happens.
Well, it's still a dagger going in for it.
All right, roll to hit.
What I missed?
That's a 27 to hit.
All right, one sec.
What are you talking about now?
He's in Varian's tent, or she's in Varian's tent, and there are these like shadowy piranha dragons, tiny dragons that are nipping at Varian, and his arm seems to be running out of power, and no magic is seems to be working.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did you roll?
27.
27? All right, you definitely hit.
It deals 10 piercing damage.
All right. I think you can add your sneak attack because he's nearby.
Oh, true. Yeah. Let's see. Where is that? Do I have a macros for that? Okay, I don't. It's just 2d6, I think. Eight.
Okay, round off. All right.
So that's 18 damage. I think
There are a
that thing's
total of
dead.
three of these things in the tent. As you raise your hand and stab into the back of this thing, as it squeals and is going to attempt to wrestle out of Varian's hands. Oh my gosh.
It's still alive. This little thing is still alive.
It's still alive.
Oh my
As you can
gosh.
see, like shadowy, like it kind of like has the same consistency as like that sort of like heavier smoke from like incense that kind of like drips down. It's kind of got that consistency, but it's pure black and it drips onto Varian's clothes and seeps off onto the ground. But it's still going and it's now squealing and attempting to get out of Varian's grasp. As it turns to you and starts nipping.
I'm gonna bonus action with my. Would you say it takes any actions or bonus actions to grab daggers at all?
If it's readily available and because it's a dagger and it's small, I'd say it's free.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab my other dagger and make a bonus action attack with it.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, it's just gonna deal a single d4 since it doesn't have the bonus. It'll deal additional 2.
Okay, and at this point, roll. Oh my gosh. Initiative.
Okay. 21.
21, okay. And then okay, Varian gets 13. So it's Saran, Varian, and then Piranha Dragons. All right, Saran, your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the same thing again.
All right.
So this will just be the first hit. So 20 to hit. And
That will hit.
this is towards the one that's currently at him. And then it'll deal 8 piercing plus 6 sneak attack.
So 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you stab it again. It's bleeding pretty profusely, but it's still now it's like kind of freaking out even more. But it looks pretty roughed up.
Still alive. What the frick? Okay. Did we agree? Oh, sorry.
Regular
What?
magic is neutralizing regular magic. Maybe your sensibility might still work.
Okay. I was about to ask Boston. Did we agree on what the action economy was for the draconic transformation? Is it
that
an
not
action or a
on?
bonus action?
Is that not on the?
I'm gonna look for it right now.
I feel like we would have.
You can use an action to flip between forms, so I don't have an action right now, but I do have a bonus action still.
Doesn't look like any of your stuff can be done. You can activate it.
The surgical shock.
Yeah, but you can't use it.
I think you can activate it and use it, but
says these charges can be used either of the following by spending an action.
Oh, okay.
But you can build the charge if you want.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll activate surgical shock.
You rub your hands together and it begins to zap with electricity between them.
That would leave me with 40 mana.
All right, that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Varian is going to... he's pretty much useless at this point because his arm seems to be running out of whatever's powering it. And he has no magic. So he's just going to attempt a regular smack at it. So he's basically going to try and crush this thing. He got a nat 20, but that's just going to make it 2 damage. So he does 2 damage to this thing.
Wow.
As he attempts to quickly go, and it like pops a little bit, but it's still alive.
Oh my gosh, how much damage has this thing taken? It's taken like what? 20,
Well,
34, 36 damage? This little thing?
This lamest nat 20 ever.
Austin, why am I imagining the thing from Kaiju number 8?
It is kind of
Similar?
That's more what I would imagine the mosquitoes would look like.
Interesting. Okay.
This thing is got it's like a piranha dragon, pretty much. Piranha dragon face, but it's like shadowy.
Because that thing has like the dragon body down to a T. Like a little one.
Yeah, and also sort of some sort of like rattle tail that, when shaken, seems to give out some sort of anti-magic field. All right, that is Varian's turn. And that's the Piranha Dragon. So the one that is nipping at Varian is going to attempt to squeeze away. He's going to make a contested roll against his strength with its own strength. It could actually probably use Dex. Yeah, it can use Dex. So let's see if Varian can beat that. He cannot. So it slips out of his grasp. I think that takes an action, though. So they're going to attempt to fly out of the tent. So it does give you an attack opportunity, Saran.
Can I use
And also
the
get
surgical shock synth ability with that?
Varian got another nat 20! I kind of do think since it's already charged up, it's essentially cast. You just have to use an action to hit with it. So, sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna, basically, as it's trying to fly away, I'm just gonna grab it and just pump electricity through it.
You grab it. Clear!
Exactly. And what is it? It's 48 is what it is.
Okay, it rolled an 18 on the cons.
Oh.
Hello there.
Sorry, that's my bad. I misclicked the wrong button.
Oh, I said it rolled an 18 without modifiers. With modifiers, it's above 18. It's
okay, so it passes.
Yeah.
On a fail, they are stunned for the duration of 1d4 rounds.
We didn't mention that it would do half damage, but I imagine it would.
I'd imagine it would do half damage. So,
48. Go ahead and roll your 48.
So 6.
It is just barely hanging in there.
Oh my gosh.
Pump it full of electricity, and it wrestles out of your hand again, and it's flying very, like, it's losing altitude, and like with each like beat of its wings, it only goes up a little bit and then falls down even more, and looks very pathetic and fried. Its comrades, though, are doing just fine. So one of them is going to go bite after Varian. That is I 10 to hit, so that misses. And that is a 19 to hit, so that will hit.
Okay, noted.
Going to do 8 damage against Varian. So the chomps right onto his shoulder. And it's going to make a second attack. Oh, yeah, I already did that. So yeah, it went for a first attack. He slaps it, but it goes back in, digs right in, and that will be its turn. The other one, though, is going to go after you, Saran. That is only a 13.
Okay.
And then the other one is a 21.
The 21 hits.
Okay, so it hits you with 7 damage as it comes and nips, and its razor sharp teeth rip through your skin and take a few strips of flesh off with it. And it just kind of munches it in its mouth after taking it. And a second attack, it goes to fly at you, and you kind of stand to the side and bat at it, and it has to kind of zip around your body and redirect. And then it's back to your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go back to my synth and start preparing some more things. Let's see. How much damage did it deal to me again? Sorry.
It dealt 7.
Just 7. Okay. So that puts me at 135, 134, 135.
You do still have a charge, I think.
I still do have a charge, you're right. But I want better action economy. So I'm going to actually yeah, I'm going to use Static Surge to double my movement speed while also making actions and bonus actions interchangeable.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make an attack
does it
towards the
say
one
that?
that's trying. Sorry, what?
Where does it say that? Oh, you use the charge to take an action as well.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So that's what I was meaning by that. That puts me at 30 mana left. Then I'm going to try to make a strike towards with my bonus action, or yeah, I'm just gonna do bonus action. How close is this wounded one towards other ones? Is it kind of secluded by itself?
It's closer to the opening of the tent, so it's a little farther away.
Okay, so it's secluded to itself, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm going to utilize the swashbuckler background, or not background, subclass, to get a sneak attack off on it with a bonus action dagger attack.
Okay.
So that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, 1d4
Good kitty.
plus 2d6. It deals 10 damage to it.
The wounded one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you cut it directly in half, and it plops to the ground.
Okay, and that will be my action and bonus action for the turn.
Alright, Varian's turn. He's going to attempt to swat at the other one that's attacking him. He misses, though. And that will be his turn. So it is now the Piranha Dragon's turn. The one that's attacking him is going to bite. That's going to be.
Did the other Piranha Dragons want to make an opportunity attack Emmy at all?
Did you leave?
I left to go get the other one.
Well, you wouldn't really have to move.
Oh, okay.
It's just on the other side of you than the other one.
Let me look at the swashbuckler background.
Did roll a.
When you use your sneak attack, you don't need advantage on the attack roll using your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. Okay. When you were saying it was at the entrance of the tent, I was thinking that the other creatures were far enough away.
The tent's not that big, so.
Okay, never mind. Does the 3 damage kill it, though?
Yeah, no, that easily killed it.
Okay. Alright. Continue.
So technically your sneak attacks earlier wouldn't have gone off, but.
Well, they would go off if there's another creature within 5 feet. That is
Oh,
an
no, I
ally
think
of
it's.
me.
I think it's if there's none. Right? Swashbuckler's like opposite of normal.
Yes, but Rogue gets it when there is an ally within 5 feet. And so it's basically utilizing more opportunities for sneak attack.
So you get both.
I get both. You gain an additional way to use your sneak attack, is what it says.
Oh, okay. All right, so that one's dead. The other one goes by Varian. That's an 18. That will hit him. So he takes. Oh my gosh. He takes 12 damage. And then it's going to make another bite at him, which will miss. Then the other one that's attacking you goes to bite you. It gets a nat 1. So it goes by you, and it gets its teeth stuck in the canvas of the tent, and is unable to make its other attack. So it's now at your turns, Ram.
Okay. Now that I have the 2 sensibilities up, I'm going to get my third one up. I'm really just going to start stacking things because I don't want to deal with these guys. And I'm going to be getting a long rest. I'm just going to cast With Lightning Comes Thunder as a bonus action. So I'm going to use a charge for that. And that'll bring me down to 15 mana left. And then I'm going to go in with my hand that towards the one that just tried to bite the tent. Or bite me, but bit the tent instead. And I'm just going to grab it, and it now has to make a con save. And it's going to be taking both lightning and thunder damage.
It gets an 18 with modifiers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it makes a success. Okay, so it's going to be 8d8 instead. It's going to deal 17 damage.
Did you use 2 charges at the same time or something?
No, just one. It's so half of it is lightning, half of it's thunder.
Okay. So half of that is 17.
Yeah. So essentially, like, this crackle of lightning goes through and it emits like a loud boom along with it.
As it surges through it, and it seems hurt, but it's still flying straight.
Okay. And that's both my action and bonus action.
Cool. All right. Varian, once again, he's gonna actually stand up this time.
Instead of being prone.
Yes. And he is going to grab his staff and just attempt to swing with it. That unfortunately misses. So he swings it there, and it oh my gosh, ducks like right under it. And so that's now the Piranha Dragon's turn again. One can attack him twice. Clash, hit. So, fine, his clash. It rolls it. He wins. Because they will do 8 damage against it.
Oh, okay.
And then its hit on him is going to do 8 damage. Alright, now the one that is against you, Saran, that's a 16 and a 9.
Both miss.
So it tears itself away from the tent, and it goes 2 chops in the air, and you just kind of step back, dip your shoulder out of each of its attempts to bite.
Technically, one of them hits, but it doesn't get through the scales.
Gotcha. So one rakes across your tough exterior, not able to actually score any blood. Alright, and now it's back to your turn, Saran.
All right. I'm not gonna do that. That'd be stupid. That would ruin the tent. Just turn into a dragon. Just be like kind of like those cats when they have a bag over their heads.
Yeah.
um. I'm going to. I'm gonna spend 10 more mana because screw it, to get another 2 charges of the static shock thing going. This, not the static shock, the surgical shock. That's what it is. And then I'm going to use a charge of the static surge to make an attack with it. So this one now is to make another con save. Please fail.
That one.
Thank
fails.
you. It takes a full 40 damage.
Okay, and that was the one you were fighting?
That was the one I'm fighting.
Alright, the electricity surges through it, it begins to fry, you see smoke coming off of it, and then that sort of secondary shockwave explodes it into black goop that spatters across the side of the tent and your face.
Okay, and that is both of my actions. So now it's back to this guy.
Varian.
Varian.
Varian's going to take another swing. He hits. This time he's wielding with 2 hands. He does somehow, I think, less damage than he did last time. Yeah, he does less damage. 5 damage. So once he's fighting looks pretty good still. And so it's going to take 2 nips at him, miss, and a hit. Max damage for 12 damage. Alright, back to you, Saram.
Okay. I'm going to turn towards the one that's attacking Varian right now, and do another one of those things. Basically, grab it and just do this. Make a save.
17. That fails.
That fails.
Alright, same thing with this one. Lightning surges through it. It begins to smoke. And then it pops and explodes. Another dose of black sludge all over you and the tent and Varian. He kind of drops to his knees. kind of holding onto the staff to keep himself upright, and he looks up and he goes, "Thank you. I thought I was going to die." As he drops the staff, stands up, and just rushes over and gives you a hug. With one arm, though, because the other arm is completely inert at this point.
How are you faring right now?
He looks down, and he's in his like pajamas now. He sleeps in his mage robe, but he kind of like slinks off his shoulders, and you can see a few nasty, pretty deep bite marks. I'm doing all right. I can press on, but it does hurt.
Well, let's take a moment to at least patch you up.
I would appreciate that. Wait. And he looks at his arm, and he rolls his sleeve back and kind of opens up that part I mentioned on the inside of his forearm that kind of looks like where you load a bullet into a bolt action rifle, and he sees nothing there. And he starts rummaging through his stuff and finds his belt. And you can see these like kind of slots for like vial shaped objects, and it's completely empty. He's like, "Shit! Oh, they've taken it all."
Taking what?
You can be sort of mad when I tell you. My arm's powered by draconic mana crystals, and they stole it all.
There's just a quiet pause
Loser.
from Saran.
We have to find them. Hey, let me find my tracer. And he rummages through his stuff more, and he picks up what looks like kind of like a monocle, with some more like runic inscriptions around it. It's a little thicker of a frame, and he places that over his eye and starts looking around. Okay, the traces are still fresh. We can follow it.
So you're telling me that it was in your possession this whole time? The missing mana? Or at least some
Obviously
of
not
it?
all of it. Yes, I had some in my possession. That's how the arm works. Or it's how it's been retrofitted to work.
Can it at
One
least be
crystal usually
powered by
lasts for...
other mana?
If I could get my hands on other mana crystals, or something that holds mana, yes. Wouldn't last as long, would be nearly as effective. But I have to get those crystals back.
I'll yell at you
One
later.
crystal's enough to power it for at least a month. But there are other usages for it. Trust me, that if this is the kind of danger we're running into, our first stop, believe you me, it will get worse, and you're going to want me to be at my peak. Thankfully,
I'll yell at you later.
I appreciate the hesitation on that. Thanks to this monocle here, I can see traces of the draconic energy, as long as they're fresh. These creatures, they're tricky. They even took the crystal that was already loaded in my arm. They maybe sniffed it out. I'm not sure they took it, but are you willing to come with me and help me retrieve it?
Then I'll patch you up as we go.
Sounds good. Gets up and slips some boots on. He's still got pajamas underneath, but he tightens the robe, grabs his staff, and begins trudging outward as he is kind of slowly walking, using the monocle, and just kind of following an invisible trail to you.
Gotcha. As I'm going, can I try to make a survival check to try to patch him as we're walking? Just like,
Roll medicine.
okay, yeah, medicine would be it. 18.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of able to. What would you do to patch him up?
Just reaching into my bag of holding, grabbing like a first aid kit, and trying to, just cover up the major wounds in his upper body. I can't necessarily take care of the lower body, like the legs and such, as he's walking. That's a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, you kind of take the top of the robe and pull it back until it's kind of at his shoulders, and begin wrapping around gauze and whatever you have, and bits of padding that will absorb the blood. So you've got it tight, and he puts back and goes, "Thanks, I appreciate it."
Now, as we're following this trail, I do wish to at least point out the fact that I've at least established trust with you, hopefully, given the fact I could have either abandoned you or even taken you out in your weakest state. But you seem to not have established a good line of trust with me with this recent reveal of the draconic crystals in your possession.
Very transactionary with the way you help people, huh?
I guess that's a fair point.
I suppose you have a fair point as well. And considering, yes, you did save my life. And we're
Which was
probably
a
going to
fair
have to
point.
run into similar situations going forward, and I may need you to save my life again. Ideally not. As long as I have that arm, I should be perfectly fine. But seems like that's up in the air now, considering these creatures are smart enough to steal it from me.
And considering the fact that you were in a situation without the arm, it might be good to have a backup.
Well, magic's the backup, but that also negated it. But anyway, yes, I know where all the draconic mana is. I am fully aware of its location. I've been aware since it went missing.
He just hears Saran take a deep breath. Like a frustrated breath. The least you could do is at least tell me what your plans were with them.
As I told you, deeply in debt, this is my way of upholding it.
Was it within your plans to at least return them to the dragons?
The person I'm indebted to intends on using the crystals, so no. No, they haven't told me what they're doing with them. Only that they need them.
Then it appears we're at a conflict of interests here.
Is that so?
Well, what else are you to expect from one of a dragon, I could say?
From what you said, you didn't originally have any allegiance to this place. This is a place you wanted to go to. Why do you
Yes.
care?
Well, I've still been taught in the ways of draconic ways by my mother. I've heard stories about the draconic graveyard and it being sacred. And this is essentially the equivalent of grave digging.
I wasn't the one to do it. It was the Emperor that did it.
And a respectful thing to do at the least would be to return all these crystals to where they belong.
Frankly, I don't care about the Emperor or the Empire. It's horrible anyway. This entire country is built on taking things. I've heard Iltison talk. He believes the same. This was not an honorable society. The dragons have claim to the boneyard, and that is where it ends. Don't forget those who originally lived here. This was Feyland 3,000 years ago. This place is not worth saving.
Using that argument, would you also say that everything else is not worth saving here?
I suppose you could say that. I'm not a radical, but I mean, if this is all built upon their land, then should it be preserved?
I'm not a historian, but with the exodus that occurred, what else are you to expect from those? A large sum of refugees, a world worth of refugees seeking refuge.
I would
There's not
expect them
really
not
any
to.
good solution to begin with.
But do you see any Fey, any original Fey creatures living here still? Their sanctuaries are at the very edge of our world. We gave them our islands, their islands, to live on, and we took the majority of it all. The big chunks. We took the biggest slice and gave them the crumbs. I could at least hope that refugees would not immediately, in reaction to having their world taken from them, take the world of someone else. It just doesn't sit right. But clearly we are too far gone. All I'm saying is there's nothing sacred about Droacia. If it crumbles, it might be for the better. Plus, I've come too far.
This is a out of the pocket question here. You don't have to say the name of the individual, but you at least know the name of the individual that you're working for?
I do know his name.
Have you talked with him before?
Yes. Several times. Not frequently, but numerous occasions. Whenever he wants me to do something for him.
I have to say real quick, I feel like Spencer's asking all the questions that I would ask if someone's getting scammed.
If someone's being scammed, like as in I'm the scammer?
No. So at Walgreens, whenever someone was buying a gift card, we had to ask, "You know the person? Do you?" Because old people would come in, buy gift cards, and then send them off to people they don't know and get scammed.
That happens a lot.
It does. And that's why I was like, it feels like that's what's
He's
happening.
doing that with the draconic crystals. We better stop him. He's getting scammed. He was told his grandma that he was told his long lost grandma is in danger, in dire need of draconic mana crystals, and if he doesn't ship them off soon, she will die of ligma.
He's sending them to the Nigerian prince who emailed him.
That's what it was. That's what I was waiting for.
No, not email. It's sending to him.
Anyway, he continues trudging on. You guys have been kind of talking and moving at the same time. And you guys come to the base of a pretty steep hill. And he's just kind of looks up and goes, "Looks like the trail leads up there. We can save our morality talk for later." And he takes the monocle off and puts it away. I'm not sure what we're going to encounter, but are you ready? Are you still willing to fight beside me, at least for now?
For now.
Good. And as you guys are standing there, you can see a large, rotund being step up and walk to the top of the hill where you can fully see, backlit by the moon, and it just gives out a chuckle. Here to take back what I stole?
Why, yes, it would be very appreciative if you give it back.
Fat chance. As you can see now, a pig-like being, fairly large, quite the towering thing, 6 arms, 2 legs, and a split going all the way down its protruding belly, with scales kind of going around like the crown of its head. It does have like a pig head, like scales going around like its shoulders, and then around like where like hair would be, kind of like in a widow's peaky sort of way, and super sharp teeth and draconic eyes.
Oh, I know you. You're that ugly turd that we saw on our way over here.
Ugly turd!
Why, yes.
How dare you! As he rushes, jumps, and condenses himself into a ball and begins rolling down the hill. And we'll pause there and return to the rest of the group.
Back to the suckening.
Yes, you guys, initiative.
He's going to the bathroom, Christian just said.
Okay, and, actually, I'll go to the bathroom real quick, too.
Potty break.
Potty break!
Ooh, 22. Yes, I'm going to the party. I know.
Hmm. I just barely started sleeping.
I don't know. This interesting relationship now that's forming here. I don't know how that kind of started.
Which one? What?
This one that's going on right now.
Oh, what's happening with Saran and the other guy?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Saran is sympathizing, and she's hoping that there's a way around whatever contract this man has. If there isn't, then she's probably going to... I don't know. At this point.
I don't.
So we
I
definitely
don't think
know
there
that
is.
we definitely know that this is someone like Diabolus
She's thinking
related.
it's Diabolus, and she's gonna ask.
Maybe not Diabolus himself,
Yeah, it's like
like
at
a
least
like a
some higher
bishopric
demon.
or
Yeah.
Some higher
simply
demon or
member.
someone associated with the Dark Bishopric.
Yeah, I mean it has to be.
Or hellhounds, yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing that he was preaching just a second ago reminded me of the thing that Diabolus preaches, somewhat,
Yeah.
or at least like
What?
Diabolus's end goal.
I just came back. What's going on now?
It's back to us.
You're just talking about Saran's
Roll
boyfriend.
initiative.
Saran's boyfriend. Wait, were you guys messaging about that?
Wait,
No.
oh, I
Saran
need
has
to
a
roll
boyfriend
initiative?
now. No.
Yeah. It's just like all your characters, Spencer.
Wait,
I'll have boyfriends.
what do you mean all my characters?
What do you mean?
Oh my
Where's her?
All your
gosh.
characters.
No.
We're not wrong, Spencer. You
You're
need to stop getting
wrong.
boyfriends.
It's wrong.
How is it wrong?
It's Felina.
Now you're making me sound like I'm gay.
Wait, you're not?
Ooh.
Hello there.
Spencer, you don't need to be in the closet about this.
My gosh.
Um,
I'm not even. I don't like this whole UI thing. It needs to stop.
Yeah.
what did you call it?
Yo, I?
UI? Is it?
Yowie. It's YAOI.
Hey, Boston.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is my initiative supposed to be 0?
Nope.
Your dexterity?
It would be +2, so it would still be a 5.
Why did my thing not? Why is
That's it.
it being stupid like that?
Go.
Oh, I know exactly why.
Yeah, options. It's like on the left. There's like this thing that's like.
Here, let me switch it. The spell slot, or this character sheets that we're using right now, are used for a version of the game called Darkest Dungeons or Darker Dungeons, and it's like different rule set. And one of the wait, let me access the options real quick.
Because the intelligence for it.
They use intelligence for initiative for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't remember exactly the reason for it.
I think it kind of makes sense with some characters,
Yeah,
but
I half see it, but yeah,
yeah.
it's a little strange.
Yeah.
So it should be normal now, Selena. Okay, now let me grab your tokens. I have a small battle map for you.
Hey Boston, how
Okay,
long had
yeah,
it been
it's fixed.
when we were traveling? Just really quick question.
Like before you guys rested?
No, just as we're following the trail of the mana crystals.
It was only like maybe a max 10-minute walk.
Okay, so I still have everything up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna step away for a second.
Is Boston releasing a vestige stuff? It doesn't reset after a short rest, I imagine, right?
No.
Okay. Which is all we were able to get. Okay.
Is there a way to make a 5-foot cube attached to me?
What do you mean?
So I basically just have an aura going on right now.
I think you can set an aura for yourself.
Yeah, you can set
Right.
auras.
How do you do that?
It should be in your click on your token and go to the settings, like where you would name it, whatever.
The settings.
Yeah, and then you go to the bottom.
Yeah, gotcha. I see it. Because it's anything within, a thing.
Let me use this carriage as you guys'
There,
carriage. As a
there we
stop
go.
for words, but we will just pretend it doesn't.
Wait, is it a 5-foot reach, Boston, or a 10-foot reach? What are we basing it on?
What does it say
Because
in the rules?
because it just says melee range, but my sword can. One of my swords is 10-foot melee range.
Like when they make an attack, so it's their normal melee, so it's 5 feet.
Okay, their melee range. Okay. Yeah. I'll clarify that on my thing.
Oh, I don't have a bug swarm token. Sick. I just gotta pour over this heart token. There we go.
Okay.
Have I used that swarm recently? Let me see if I can find it.
Boston,
Okay.
did you end up watching the new kaiju yet?
Not yet. No, I need to watch that later today.
Okay. I wasn't sure. That's all.
Oh, we'll say it's that big. It's sort of parked here.
Thomas, did you watch the My Hero from yesterday?
I haven't had a chance yet. I'll do it tomorrow.
Don't make him attack me.
Sorry, what's attacking you?
I'm gonna use a cat laser on my foot. Normally
cat.
they don't attack us when we do that, but Balthazar doesn't care. The other cats have the decency to not assault me.
Well, it is
He's
Balthazar.
chirping. He's chirping.
Chirping?
Yeah, like like the cat, like sort of clicky noise, like where they have
Yeah.
their mouth open and they.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had any of my cats ever do that.
You ever had like your cat like see like a bird out the window and it was like you see its like mouth move?
Has Cookie been
No,
seeing?
No.
actually, none of our cats ever cared about birds.
Okay, so swarms around there.
Wasn't much.
Balthazar, you see the guy. Alright, and then we have a swarm like.
Also, I'm teaching how to turn off the light.
The last thing Balthazar needs is to know how to do more things.
What does he know how to do?
He's just a little too smart. He knows how to open things sometimes.
The smart cats. Gotcha.
He's just menacing. He's a menace.
Well, he has the right name for it then.
It's true. Okay, just setting this up a little more.
He's a menace to society.
All right, I'm back.
I don't think society really is what Boston and Felina are.
What we're not society. I guess we are not a society technically.
I
The
mean,
two of you are
but
not
we
just a
all-
society on your
But
own.
we all live in a society though.
True. We all live in a society, just like the great Joker once said.
I'm sorry, what?
Just like
What do you think
You
they'll
know,
what do you think They'll say in Joker 2 Electric Boogaloo?
true.
What are you
We
Live in
are
a-
a society.
We are a society. Yeah.
Boy.
Okay. Let me clear the initiative. You
You
guys.
know what? I at least didn't get an 11 this time. Let's go.
Okay, who hasn't ruled? Oh, Sabers doesn't show up automatically because he's drawn on D&D Beyond. That's right.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry that it's so much easier to roll 20 for me.
You got a dude. My feet can only take so much.
It's a 17. Yeah.
Watch this.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to my cat.
Go get prepared for battle.
Prepare for battle.
Get prepared for war.
Yeah, like you can bother your husband like later.
Yeah, literally.
Right now he's the DM, he is the master.
I'm in charge.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Uh,
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my eyeball. Okay. All right. Now,
Right? He's the dungeon master.
I'm the dungeon master.
I'm Widowy, the Dungeon Master.
later, Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold on, what's that?
She called me gay.
Wait, Boston is 2?
No, no, no.
We just,
two?
we
What
just
do you
talked
mean
about
two?
being gay. What do you mean, Spencer? We already knew. Gosh dang it, Boston, why are they all really 18?
Drake, your turn.
Okay, are we just treating these like as swarms? They just have an overall health pool?
Yep.
Okay. Um. Okay, I'm gonna take out my short swords here. I'm gonna use swords. Wow.
Schwartz.
Sure.
Swords. So are we all? So we're all inside this, and there's 2 swarms that are in this
Four
wall of
swarms.
force.
Oh, so wait, how big was that wall of force?
How big is the carriage again? Just that?
You're
I mean, it was supposed to be just enough to cover all of us.
well. What does the ruling of the dome form of it say?
Yeah, let me post that.
Clump you guys all together a little more, as you would be.
Good.
Form into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. 10-foot radius.
Good.
Dude.
She's not a dude.
It would have been.
Woman.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, do you prefer that? Like
Yeah,
that?
Yeah,
I prefer
I
that.
mean, yeah, that works better.
Okay, we'll just keep that in mind. I won't really stick to that too much. But all right, Greg, what are you doing?
Okay.
You are limited in where you can go because you are trapped by the bubble.
The wobble.
Okay.
The bubble.
The wobble.
The
So I
willy
can-
scowy wobble.
So can I only hit things inside the red?
No, that's just straight. That's Saber's dealio.
Oh, okay.
The range of Igneous's wall of force is.
Flaws.
Oh, that's smaller than I thought. Wait a minute. What the flip?
What are you
Really,
doing?
Boston?
This is stupid.
Why is it doing that?
Boston stupid?
Oh, that's
Okay, that's smaller than I thought it was.
the
I guess it's
radius.
technically out to like that line. I don't know what's going out halfway, but
So it's a 10-foot radius.
Oh,
Oh,
right here. Dome.
it's like that big.
so is then everything then in here within?
Yeah, everything inside of that is in the dome.
Okay.
Dome.
POV,
Okay.
Boston.
You'll be what?
You're stupid.
Wow.
What?
I'm about to cast divorce at 7th level.
Oh my
Bro.
gosh. Busted.
All right, 1 second.
Yikes.
Yikes! I'm trying to see something here. Whoa. 20-foot
Wait.
cube. Is that 20 foot?
That's about 20
Yeah,
feet.
it's a 20.
Yep. 20-foot cube.
Good.
Play that?
What? I'm adding sound effects to the video.
Okay.
You
Here.
don't want them.
All right. I'm gonna try my best. I think I can. No. Okay. Okay. What I'll do? I'm gonna cast. I haven't done this while. I have this spell, and why not? I'm gonna over here, so it centers like around where it'll just touch these two groups.
Also, I'm going to change the color of the ones that are full on mana,
Oh,
just so you guys are aware.
which ones?
Barely noticeable.
Yeah, especially with that red.
I'll get rid of the dome. You can kind of tell. Yeah, it's different colors.
Yeah.
So these ones are full.
Yeah, those
Okay,
ones.
now I can see it.
There's one more. Boom.
Do we guys? All right. Okay. Okay. Then instead, I'm going to cast What the frick? Calm down. I'm gonna set her over as far as I can. Actually, first I'm gonna just move not out of the range, right, but over here, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire right over like this area so that it gets these two groups here.
Okay. I'll roll dex saves for them. One, I rolled high on the dice. That's a total of dirty 20.
Okay,
The other one is a 14.
that fails.
So this one here.
Okay. Each object also, by the way, is outlined in let's say green light. Any objects within
You kind of
that.
like point in the sky and
Yeah.
it rains down this sort of greenish firelight. And
Is that also affecting us?
I made it so that it doesn't affect you guys.
Oh, okay.
as it falls down, it coats the swarm of mosquitoes.
Okay.
The other one is able to buzz enough to kind of create enough sort of like wind to blow it off of them. But it does settle on that one group.
All right. And I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to magically become invisible, but only till the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okay. Now it's the buggy guy's turns. This one right here, right next to you, Igneous, is gonna take a munch at you.
Okay.
That is. So 1 second. That's a 14 to hit.
14 doesn't hit.
14. All right. It goes to take a munch at you, and it well, kind of all of them swarm at you at the same time, but you kind of dodge roll to the side, and they all pass by, and you get back up. No problem.
I should use Fairy Fire more often. It's really good if I have a rogue as a companion.
Hi.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry.
Then group 3 is going to go after you, Drake.
All right. Well, I'm invisible, so
Oh, that's true. You don't see you anymore. They're going to go over the
yeah, they
cart.
seem
They're
like they
going
would
to
be
attack.
too dumb.
They're going to attack Saber. That's only a 10 though, so they zip after you, and you are able to kind of jump and run along the wall of force over them, and then drop. Once they've kind of gone past, so they kind of feel over here.
I don't know how you want to do that. They'll still take 2d6.
All right, go ahead and roll.
I did. It's the 6.
6 damage.
Yep, 6 damage.
All right.
Because we never said if it enters it or when it leaves it or whatever, but
I feel like probably when it
It
first
attempted an attack
enters-
on you.
Yeah.
All right, group. Other one.
Group other.
4.
The one right next to Aster is going to attack her. That's only a 9, so it goes zip at you, and you jump into that nearby bush, and come out the other side, and they are stuck like looking for you in the bush and completely miss you.
These things suck. Haha.
And then this other one right next to you, Saber, is also going to nip at you, and that is an 18.
That is a. I didn't say I have my second sword, so I guess it'll be a clash.
Okay, I'll roll again. Dirty 20.
Okay, let me. Where is it? 22.
All right, all of their pointy noses lock in a blade clash against your blade as you push back. They push back, and you're able to just push through and cut them. So go ahead and roll damage. 15. Whoop.
Does he have advantage? Is that how it works with clashes? I don't think we've ever done it where like clashes you can still get advantage on
I don't
attack
think
rolls.
so. No.
So it'll be the 15, and then two more elemental damage from the blood mist.
All right. You cut through half of them, slicing them in half, and they plop to the floor.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yep. Also, I don't know if I'm on the same initiative thing as everyone else. Mine looks only has 5 on it.
Yeah, the one that I have shown for me only has the mosquitoes and saber. But
Weird.
it's fine. I mean, I don't have to
getting-
know the initiative of the enemies anyway, so it's
Yeah,
fine with me.
I am sad that they all got 18.
Yeah, they just all have 18.
I grouped them up.
It's fine.
Frick you.
I do that all the time.
I'm gonna attack the one I just hit because they have the advantage thing on them. However, I will conjure my blood sword.
All right. Out of the blood mist kind of floating around you, some of it consolidates and takes the form of a sword and then crystallizes.
So that'll give me my dual wielding bonus. And that's mostly what I want it for.
Cool.
Alright, so attack and then attack with advantage.
Wait, is your dual wielding bonus 19 when you have it?
It gives me a 19, yes.
Okay.
So 28 to hit. I no hits,
Definitely hits.
That's right, because you have your ring now. Forgot.
and I'll be 13 damage to them. Plus sneak attack.
True.
So they're probably dead.
This thing's definitely dead. These are absolutely dead.
25.
I like
25.
knock something.
So easy.
Good 25 sneak attack.
You line your sword up so it lines up with every single mosquito left, and you cut, and they all drop in 2 pieces. And as you do this, the mana energy that's kind of like leaking out of them
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm scared.
explodes and releases
Yeah.
all at once. Make a
Yeah,
dex
yeah.
save.
That's what I thought.
Oh, that's
Do I-
fine.
Do I have
Make a dex
to?
save while you're trapped in a sphere with a
Is it
explosion.
is it like around, all around it?
It's within 5 feet.
So
So you are included in that as well.
I'm included that too. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I assume I make a save with the 24.
Ooh, 15.
Let me go down.
Why did you not use more dice?
You would use short rest. You had so
Yeah,
much short
I
rest.
did.
You
I
use as much as
just
you want.
didn't.
You use as
Never mind.
you can use as much as you want.
I know. I just wanted to use a few.
Okay.
You said Dex, right?
No, you're
Yes.
fine.
It's,
No,
it's just Saber and Drake.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
only
okay
Saber
for
and
now.
Drake. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
You're fine for now.
The dex isn't super high, so you both succeed. Saber, you take no damage. Drake, you're only going to take half of that. So you are going to.
I forget. How does attacking with my second weapon work when it's dual wielding?
So you take 10 force damage.
10? Okay. bad.
Where's my dual wielding thing?
It's not bad.
Is my
Okay.
blood sword like the same? Like, is my blood sword basically a +2 as well, Boston?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So, how do I? Because that doesn't get the same modifier, right?
What do you mean?
If I'm dual wielding, the second one doesn't get the same thing, right? Or does it?
If you're using a bonus action second attack, it doesn't add your damage modifier. Unless you
Damage
have
modifier.
2 weapon fighting, which allows that. I think it's a fighting style. But so it's just you don't add anything to the damage. It's just a dice roll.
Okay, but it's still the same roll to hit.
Okay.
Another 28.
I think that's all.
Let me delete this one.
And
So you got
then,
this one?
yeah, and then it's just a D8.
Yeah.
2 damage.
Okay. You don't even destroy one of them, but you do cut through one.
But that is my poison or my blood sword. So okay. Well, so imagine if I blood puppet all of these somehow.
All right, Igneous. Unless Saber, you want to move or anything.
I can't bonus action disengage. So nope, that's it.
Cool.
I'm going to talk to the guy, the I forgot his name that was driving us.
Filbert.
Okay, Hilbert. I'm gonna ask him.
Filbert.
Do we have a way to refuel the carriage at all?
There's mana springs. If we soak the crystals in there long enough, potentially, yeah. But mana springs attract a lot of creatures, so it's dangerous. But yes, technically, we could.
What if we're able to take the mana out of these things?
I don't really know how you do that.
Okay, fair.
Not without them exploding all.
So I gotta roll.
Boston, would they still explode if I freeze them?
I don't think so.
That's what I was.
All right. If they fell and shattered, yes. So
Even
go
if
to the
they're
top of that.
completely frozen?
Well, if they're completely frozen, they would, because you wouldn't freeze the mana. You'd freeze the
Fair.
part of them encasing the mana. So if they fell and cracked, the mana would explode. But if you could stop that from happening, then yes.
I don't know if anybody has anything, but that will prevent that from happening. But I'm gonna attempt it to freeze them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Fireball, and I'm going to use my one sorcery point to make it to transmute that spell into cold damage. And I'm going to cast it at level 7 just in case.
I think that's gonna be
So let's do that.
Is there a save, right?
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Okay, 19. That's definitely a fail. 17.
so 43.
Yeah, they have to succeed at DC 20. And I don't know why it had double 8d6. I don't know why it does that, but
Then you have your evocation bonus, right?
not yet. But it will have it, yeah.
That's added on there, right?
I don't.
No,
Is
it's
it?
not added.
No, I don't think it is. No, I have
Not
to add it.
automatically saying it when calculating the full damage.
Yeah, it will be +5.
The 19 succeeded?
No, they have to do a DC 20.
Oh, okay. So they all fail.
He saves 20.
That's what I have here, and it's because of the
robe.
robe and the other thing.
Robe. Uh-huh.
Okay. Igneous, I guess describe what you're doing.
I'll just point actually. I mean, it would be big enough, I think, to cover everything because it is 20 feet. So it will from right beneath Saber's feet. There's this bead of orange that turns teal, and then it explodes, expanding into cold damage. I'm gonna scope spells so it doesn't hit anybody else.
Oh, is
Right,
this
the
against
fireball.
all three? Is this against all three that you hit them with?
Erupts, covering the
should.
entire area in frost.
Yeah, because the dome is 10 feet in diameter. This is 20 feet.
Yeah, so it actually stops at the edge of the dome.
Yeah.
So
It
this
has
this
to.
perfect circle of frost is left on the ground with spots that where it's smoothed around you guys, so the ground underneath you's not frosted over, and all the mosquitoes drop. And so let me see if they shatter.
86. Oh, okay. So it is 25 plus 13. So 38. 43 cold damage.
Okay, the ones that the one group that wasn't charged with mana, they shatter, but it doesn't matter. The second group that's charged with mana doesn't shatter. And the third group, the only other one that's charged with mana, does shatter. So Igneous and Saber, I think, are the only ones. Oh, Astra as well, actually.
Well,
I'll
I
make
thought it
it.
was only that and that were
No,
charged with mana.
they swarm here, and they exploded. So you guys are within 5 feet.
Oh, but okay. I thought it was just me and Saber, but yeah, that works, I guess.
All right, roll Dex. Dex save. So yeah, Felina, Josue, and Christian.
Okay. Question: would this also be a magical effect, or no?
No talk.
Not quite a spell. It's like raw energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it does say specifically. It says spells or magical effects, but I guess it's fair. You said Dex, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
15.
So,
Okay, the 15 does succeed. Felina, you got really low roll, so you do fail and take 28 damage.
28?
Oh wait, do I need
Yes.
to make a deck save?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, one of my roommates came to get my phone number.
So I take 14, right?
Yeah. Saber, you take no damage.
Yep. I figured it
Just a
wouldn't,
bright
but
blue eruption hits.
what was
Both explosions did hit the cart, so the cart has had chunks blown out of it.
what
So
was
the entire encasing part is you made it a convertible.
Boston? What was the save for that, by the way?
It's like a 13.
So I literally would need to roll a 1 to fail it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
yeah.
All right, but all mosquitoes are gone. And
And
Filbert's
so is
just
all the
kind of
mana.
standing there and goes, well, there goes our
Right.
cart.
Filbert, how long were we? Long were you driving for?
I was driving for about 2 or 3 hours.
3 hours.
And what is this dragon storm that you were talking about?
All the draconic energy kind of coalesces in the sky sometimes, and it turns into storms, and then all the draconic energy turns into lightning bolts and stuff.
Oh,
Interesting.
lovely.
And you can tell it's still raging. We'll have to stay here and wait it out, but now our main form of transportation's gone.
Chomp Chomp's gonna start eating the dead bodies.
Okay.
Of the mosquitoes?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's a Venus flytrap after all.
He's probably
Sure.
super glad.
Yeah, he's going, oh, it's just so good. Oh,
It's all frozen.
I've never had a skeeter popsicle before.
Yeah. Mr. Legs is
Alright.
eating too.
So, how far away are the mana pools? That maybe we could.
That's the thing. They're not really documented, so we just kind of have to find one. I mean, there are telltale signs, usually like some sort of like aurora or some sort of visual phenomenon that takes place above them. So we might be able to see them far away. But in the state that the card is right now, it needs some repairs anyway.
So basically, we're SOL.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We're screwed, is what we are.
Well, let me. I'm typing it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, there's no point in us being trying to even find them.
The only real way to move at a similar pace to the pace we were moving at is to find some sort of creature or something, but that's also dangerous.
I can turn into something.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
How
Can you turn
long?
your something for us all to ride?
Yeah. I got you, fam.
How long would that last?
It lasts a pretty decent amount of time.
I think it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time.
But it's days to travel though.
I can go real fast.
I mean, I can probably go faster on my own, but that's. And
There are
Drake, you can join me in that kind of.
plenty of draconic creatures around here. Some of them aren't quite as hostile, and you can, you know, get moving using food and on a stick and stuff. But some of them are pretty violent.
Maybe we should just go back to the palace.
The longer we wait, I don't know. Just feel like we'll lose them.
I understand what you're saying, Drake, but at the same time, we really don't have any way to keep up with them at this
I don't
point.
have too much confidence that their horse-drawn carriage wouldn't lasted too long either.
Exactly.
You may be able to get some other forms of transportation there too.
But how long is it going to take us to get there, though?
And they might even just have a teleportation circle there.
I mean, maybe we could.
Not to where they're going.
I don't know if any of you guys know how to tame a wyvern.
What?
I could. Well, I probably, if anyone
He did
could, I
what?
probably could.
He did what in his cup?
A what? A wyvern.
A wyvern.
A wyvern. Okay.
A wyvern.
Us kobolds pronounce it wyvern. It's a cultural thing.
Ah,
I don't care about your
Interesting.
culture.
Well, that's rude to say.
Wow. Okay. He's a jerk. Don't worry about him.
Colonizer.
Colonizer. All right. Well, I think that'd be good. I feel I would be able to do that.
Well, first we need to find a wyvern nest. They usually nest up on large rock faces, cliffs, occasionally a tree, sometimes caves.
Wait, aren't we literally on a rock face?
We are. I don't know if there's a wyvern here though. That would be a
We
stroke
saw
of
a
luck.
cave.
There was a cave. Anything could be in that cave though, but yes, there could be a wyvern.
Does anyone have a way to find a wyvern?
I
mean,
don't.
There's not like I don't have any particular spell to like locate a specific wyvern, but I could probably track one.
So, do you know what wyverns eat? I don't really know that much.
I could ask this tree here.
The tree, the one on top of the hill.
Yeah.
As soon as she says that, I'm going to look at, give the side eye and look at Sabers, like, talk to the tree.
Wait, didn't Igneous just use a fireball though?
No, it was a cold one.
Okay.
Transmuted it.
Yeah.
Because Igneous or Josue specifically doesn't respect nature.
Sure.
The shrubberies around here are completely frozen. It's true. Actually, no, barely actually, because of the wild forest.
Yeah.
Bring me a shrubbery.
I'm
A
also
shrubbery.
going to just let the wall of force go.
All right.
Okay, Boston, I'm gonna go ask the tree if it's seen any wyverns.
All right. You wait a little longer, and the storm disperses, and you walk out from the rock face. You have to go around the back, unless you choose like fly or have another way to get up the sheer face.
I'm going with her too because I can probably help out.
And it does turn to like a slope that you can scale. And yeah, it's a pretty large tree up there. Its roots are what's creating the kind of awning of this place. So it's pretty huge. And it started to kind of lean just because of its size and its lack of foundation. And you guys walk up to it. Flynn, are you going to cast Speak with Plants?
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
you
I
leave.
think I don't need to cast it. I just already have it.
Well, no, they understand you. You don't understand them, though.
Uh-oh.
So you can communicate with them, but they can't communicate back unless you use magic.
Oh no.
Okay.
You have speak with plant, right?
No.
Speak with what?
Speak with plants.
I have that. I speak with animals.
We're not talking about animals.
Put on the spell list.
And we can also talk with the animals and see if they know.
Yeah, that's
Especially
true.
anything that could be prey.
Oh, could Chomp
Plants
talk
will be
to
able
them?
to see the plant. Well, we're at the plant.
The issue is the
They are
magic is what
plants.
gives the plant the ability to speak back. So even like Chomp can like talk to them, but they also can't talk back.
Exactly. So we can just speak with plants. Speak with the tree.
I am the
Can
Lorax.
I use Awaken?
That would take 8 hours, but you could awaken the tree.
You
I can
guys
take a
wanna?
long rest in that time.
Or you could just take a long rest and learn speak with plants.
Like-
Of course, that long rest.
I can just cast speak with plants. Can she not do that?
She doesn't have it prepared.
Doesn't have it
Oh,
prepared.
I have it prepared. I'll just do it then. I didn't understand that. That's what was the
I
problem.
was saying.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part.
Weird.
I can't speak with plants then.
I was
All
like,
right,
hey,
you go over and you hold your hand out as your kind of frequency in tunes with the frequency of the tree in front of you. As it begins to kind of like move and shift, and you can see some of like the knots in it kind of form like eyes and a mouth. It goes, "Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna fall! I'm gonna fall!" He's leaning over the cliff. I'm so far down!
You're not gonna fall, man.
I'm not. Oh, you're right. What
Alright.
can I do you for?
Hi. Have you seen any wyvern fly around?
Let me think. And he brings a branch down to scratch his non-existent chin. Yeah. There's and he points off yonder. And there's a pretty decently sized tree. About like half-mile away.
Okay.
I see a lot of them flying in and out of there. I think there's a mama with a bunch of young.
Okay.
Daddy comes and goes too. How's your day?
Are you aware of any other creatures around here that we have to keep an eye out for that are dangerous?
Well, let me think again. He scratches his chin some more. Well, there's frankly, there's a lot of them. We've got well, there's greyhounds. They're kind of like wolves, but all dragon-like.
Okay.
And then there's these sort of mana worms, and they hang out around the mana springs, and then they just sort of like feed on that energy. Kind of like going to a watering hole, and they're very territorial of those mana springs.
Gotcha.
There's also these huge beasts, elemental things. I call them behemoths.
oh boy.
They kind of pop out of nowhere. They're made out of like fire and lightning and stuff.
Gotcha.
And that's all the ones I can think about around here. That and the dragons and the wyverns, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other last piece of advice you might have?
Well, how's your day?
Oh, I'm doing good. I
That's
mean,
good. What's your name?
Drake.
Very nice
Do
to
you
meet you,
have
Jake.
Do you have a
What's your
name
name, pretty
even?
lady?
I'm Aster.
Can they talk to them?
Yeah, you don't. He doesn't say you can. I don't think you can understand him, Esther. So you just kind of like see the train. The tree kind of like turn to you.
He asked what your name was.
I'm Aster. And
Aster.
this is Chomp Chomp. And Chomp Chomp's gonna go, Chomp.
Oh, nice. It's so good to have friends. You want to hang around a little more?
We have this one friend here who can keep you company while we go do something a bit Filbert.
Hi, Mr. Filbert. What did he say?
He just said hi.
I'm afraid I can't talk to you, Mr. Tree. And the tree turns to you and goes, "What did he say?"
He says he's afraid he can't talk to you,
Oh,
but
that's a shame.
he can at least keep you somewhat company.
That's true. Tell him he can climb up all my branches and stuff.
Why did I like picture like that's like something like dirty? I don't know why. He says he wants you to climb on his branches.
I pluck Mr. Legs from my hair and I put him on the tree. Here, this'll keep you company, buddy.
Oh my goodness, a spider.
His name's Mr. Legs.
Hi, Mr. Legs. Can I pet him?
I don't think I thought he couldn't understand. Oh, sorry. He can understand her. Okay, that's right. He asked if he could pet him. I don't know. And
I mean, of course.
I just whisper. I don't know how that would work, but
He brings his branch down to where Mr. Legs is. And he pats it and he goes, "Oh, where'd he go?"
Oh no!
oh no!
Oh no!
He brings the branch to his face and he goes, Mr. Legs, I think, left.
Did
And
we
he starts
see?
like taking that branch off. I wonder where he went.
Can I?
No.
I want to search for him.
Roll perception.
You just get angry and just burn the tree down.
I'm waiting for it.
No, no! I just hear him just screaming for his life.
Where's my perception?
Under your skills.
I mean, I would roll 2, I guess. I could
Okay.
probably where he was last.
Aster, you aren't able to see in the leaves. Drake, you can, and he is flattened against one of the leaves.
Can I?
Bruh.
I'll go to her. It's like it's okay.
Heal on him?
He's up
He's-
there.
he's up
He's just sleeping.
Can I cast heal on the
Well,
spider?
Polina, you don't know he's dead. You didn't see him.
Oh, I thought you said I did.
No, Drake did. Drake did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do I also see this?
Yeah, you see
Oh,
dead spider.
well, there's one dead spider.
What?
Can you tell her I'm sorry, Mr. Drake?
He's sorry. He doesn't know his own strength. He's a tree.
Can I cast heal on the spider now?
Dead, please.
That thing's dead.
I'll let
It
you roll
gives him
nature to see if
70
that.
health.
Yeah, but also the spider has like
2.
if you do 2 damage, it would like permadeath it.
I'll just let him die, I guess.
If you cast revive or like revivify or something, he can come back.
Oh my gosh,
It's an
Boston!
undead spider.
I'm gonna cast. Wait,
Oh no. Reincarnate spider.
Revivify. I mean, doesn't get him back up, but
Reincarnation does.
Yeah, I
He just
thought I had that spell.
he won't be a spider though.
It's like it's okay. He's
It is what it is.
he's in a happy place now.
I don't
Goes
know
to
about that one.
Spider goes to limbo.
I thought I had the reincarnate one. Oh well. I don't.
You can pluck the leaf that his body's on in memoriam.
Okay, I do that and I just like start crying.
How long can the creature be dead for you to cast reincarnate?
For some time, for sure.
I think like 10 days or something.
I mean, if she's of the level that can learn reincarnate, she just needs to wait a day.
I mean,
Yeah,
reincarnate's
so
only
it's
like a level
captured.
5 spell.
Doesn't she need like? Yeah, it needs something that's like 1,000 gold.
I know it
pieces.
says humanoid, but it's really funny, so I would definitely allow you to.
But do you have rare oils that are worth at least 1,000 gold pieces?
If she has the spell, I'm sure she would have brought some.
She would probably have something, at least for this one
With
time.
new characters,
Like Boston is
that's
saying, it's funny.
Yeah, with new characters, I assume that they at least have like the bare amount to cast some of these stuff, the stuff at least like once.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in like my pocket.
Gotcha. Well, good luck in your adventure, and tell her again. I'm truly sorry for killing her pet spider.
He is again sorry.
He better be all burn him down.
I don't say that back to him.
Here,
I-
I'll give you my pet to hopefully make amends.
Oh no.
What?
You can see one of like the holes in him, like the big knots that like creatures usually live inside of.
Oh no.
Like, you see him clench. He goes,
Oh,
and out comes a scaly squirrel that flies out and nails you.
Wait,
this
the squirrel what?
nails her.
Oh, like somersaults out of the hole and
Oh,
smacks you in
nails
the
the
ass.
landing. Okay.
Just slams right into you, and then lands on the ground.
I gotta pick him up. And he's
Roll
got my
animal
best.
handling. Roll animal handling.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, instead of fur, this squirrel is just covered in scales.
That's
It has
Interesting.
Weird looking
And no,
squirrel.
instead of like normal buck teeth, it's like two sharp teeth towards the front.
I
gosh,
got
your
11.
luck. Your luck. Roll the 2. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to as well. Be like, it's okay.
Okay, you go to pick it up, and it immediately breathes fire on you. So roll a dex save.
See, even Felina gets a pet. It's just a thing in our campaign, Boston. Everyone
All right,
gets a pet.
Felina, roll. Okay, you
Oh
take 8 fire damage.
Feline has. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, girl. You have such bad luck.
Breathes a little bit of fire and squeals, and
Right.
singes your eyebrows and hair. And then Drake, you go over and you pick it up, and you like start like
It's
running your finger from like between its eyes all the way down its back to the tip of its tail, and it closes its eyes and goes.
You okay, bud? All right. Are you all right, Felina?
No.
Been asked her.
All right. Well, I think we all need to take a short rest before we go over to try
what do you
to.
mean? I'm feeling great.
You can rest under my branches, kind stranger. Here, I'll lean forward a little more for you to create a canopy.
Okay.
Drake, I feel like nothing's going to really help us at this point, except for a long rest.
Please.
You say please, Agnes?
I said yes, please.
Oh, what are you gonna do? I mean, if we get the wyvern ready, if we get the wyverns, then we can take one.
I think it makes no difference. I think it makes no difference if we get the wyvern and then we take a rest or not.
I feel like it would be best if we rest. I am in no
Now.
condition.
It'd be best to rest now before we go take care of a
What time
wyvern
is
and
it,
potentially get into a
Boston?
fight.
Yep, I'm not gonna help. I'm even gonna be an obstacle in the fight,
What time is it?
or if we fight.
It seems like it's like noon, a little past noon, afternoon.
Afternoon nap time.
I can at
Basically.
least take another small rest.
I think a long
I
rest would just be
agree
more
with that.
beneficial. Plus, that way
Yeah,
we
but
can attack the wyverns in the night.
well, we don't have to attack them.
Yeah,
I'm
I
attacking
know,
them.
but it was what's the word I want to use? It was a metaphor.
Hmm.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I would prefer to rest, regardless.
And then we all sleep now and travel in the night.
Okay.
So you guys taking a long or short rest?
Guess
I think for Igneous' sake, I feel like long is the best.
I guess
I mean,
we'll take a long
I
rest.
can just take a short rest, and that should be fine. I think. No, I don't
Do you
know.
have enough spells stuff?
I have a good amount of spell points.
I have a decent amount. I think we take a short rest. We'll be able to
We
heal
should
up.
take a long rest
I say
so
long
I
rest
can
too.
learn reincarnation and reincarnate my spider.
Uh,
I also need to
Yes.
get mana back, is my other thing.
It would be a good idea too.
fine. Long rest.
I'm good with long rest too.
We'll get them at the night. That way we can hopefully try. I don't know.
Before going with a long rest, though, I'm gonna cast Sending to talk with Saran.
Spencer's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, let's think. This is probably like
A while
6
before.
hours before. So this would be while Saran's still on the road.
So we got to. It was an hour once we finished fighting the viceroys, and now you said it's been like 3 hours. Probably
Yeah.
3 to 4.
Okay. So, like the incident with the piranha dragons hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sending. And I'm going to say, how are things going? Are you still with, what was his name?
Varian.
Varian. Okay, I knew it started with a V. Um, can you get away? Um, meet back at the palace, hopefully.
Boston. At this point, where are we at with the information that Saran knows? Because she did ask a decent amount of questions to try to gather information.
This is pre. I'd say this is probably after he told you. You had the initial conversation.
So, like about his ace in the hole,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he has the let's see, because he told me about the ace in the hole. He told me about his arm. He didn't tell me about the mana crystals yet because that was after the fight with the piranhas.
Yeah, we're pretty much done, Christian. We're just wrapping up. I might do some more stuff with Spencer just to see how that thing goes before we end.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like I said. I'm getting a headache, so
You're good.
I'm just gonna head out then.
Sweet.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good week.
Yep.
Boss, are we having a
Bye.
discussion next week, or is it a few more? Or is that in your party?
I don't. I think they pushed the party off a little further in the future. I don't know when exactly, but I should be good for next week.
Okay, just let me know this week. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Good
You
night.
too. Bye.
I'm thinking of I'm trying to keep my word count down. Okay. She's gonna do something similar to what she was doing earlier, just for safety reasons. She is going to say and reply back. So he has an ace in the hole. Seems to be powerful magic.
What hole?
Shut up.
Just kidding. I do not.
I could likely flee. But would prefer Simulacrum to be gone. That's 25.
Igneous.
I'm gonna cast sending again, but this one to. I don't think I'm. Am I familiar enough with Suran's mom?
You've had interaction with
I think
her.
I think it'd be enough to message her. Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second because I need to think how I want to word this. Mm, Maybe not yet. I'm just going to cast sending on Ildezen and ask if they had taken care of the. Have you taken care of the simulacrum yet?
He just responds with, "We are keeping an eye on it."
That's what he said
Word
last
of
time.
Yeah.
don't want to startle. Hasn't done anything suspicious yet.
Okay.
Um,
Fair. Okay, and that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything before I get a rest.
Gotcha.
Do you let's get the long rest then?
Yep.
All right. I imagine we'll try to like. I think we would definitely try to be more like in like around the ship and get like a full rest from there.
Okay.
The what?
Just try to like put if anything like at least a bit of a ship that we have
Oh, okay.
to provide some sort of covering.
Sure.
Okay. Do you gain all your spell points after a long rest?
It
Boston.
spell slots.
Yes,
Yeah.
you regain all your spell points
Yeah.
after a long rest.
Yep.
Okay. Mana goes back up. All right. Cool. I think that's it. So we're gonna call that?
I mean, the thing left with Saran is just fighting this hog Drake thing. But that'll take a while, and we only have like 7 minutes till 9, so
Okay.
So
I think I'll call it for the night.
Okay. Womp womp.
There's not much progress that can be made in a fight
I mean,
in
it's just
7
only
minutes.
3 guys.
Yeah, but you underestimate the hog.
You underestimate me.
Don't say that again. You underestimate the hog.
Yeah, maybe
What?
I should say that ever again.
I don't know
About
what's
to
wrong
get
with that.
porked up.
Hog can be another word for, you know.
Okay. I don't know what you're meaning, but okay.
Sween.
Oh,
Have you not heard of that? That's another name people
I've
use.
never heard that before. No.
The hog.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Felina.
Cool. Well, yeah, we should be able to meet next week. Spencer, the offer is still up if you want to do some of your stuff before the other session. Just
Yeah. I should have more time this week. Because last week I was with my family.
cool.
So I would just have to pick
I
a
have all
evening.
Tuesday off.
Okay. I'll see if
I also get off work like at 2:30 a lot of this week. So
my schedule is going to be generally consistent from here going forward. With the spring term, because I won't be taking any classes, so I'll just be doing work and vibing. That's it.
cool.
Which
All
is
right. Well, let me know.
nice.
Because yeah, it would be nice to get some progress on Saran stuff without having to.
Well, she's already ahead of everyone else in terms of time frame.
True, but just in general, you know,
Okay.
at least get that fight done with.
Like I'm actually genuinely sympathizing with this man, and I like want to see if there's a way that he can get out of this thing he's in. So
Sweet.
like
Saran saying,
maybe teaming
Saran
up
is
with
saying
him
I
to
can
fight
fix him.
the guy who hired him.
Saran is saying, I can fix him. It's okay.
I can fix him. Dang.
Cool.
Ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
Do you
Yeah.
see the message I sent you?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, technically, they are still there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Boston, I actually have a really quick question.
Okay. I think that'll be good. That'll
Yeah.
help them out.
When a dragon dies, they have the draconic mana crystals, correct?
Yeah, basically, their energy fuses into the ground, and then the process that normal mana crystals form from, which is just focused magical energy that becomes crystallized. It's like the same thing, just made from draconic mana.
Okay. Wouldn't that mean that dragons technically have mana?
Yeah, everything has mana.
Okay. It's just they don't have it harnessed. A lot of them.
Usually, yeah, they don't actively tap into their mana. Like their mana passively fuels their strength.
Okay. Just a thought. I was wondering if because
Well, the special thing about draconic mana is too that because all the overseers basically
ooh.
made a big
Actually,
gumbo out of all their energy and then
so
made dragons out of that. So it's
Boston,
like
you've made mention that the draconic mana crystals are more powerful, longer lasting, and tend to be are they unstable sometimes or what?
more volatile. Yeah, they take a little more to stabilize.
I think that might be something that we could try to incorporate with Saran's synth abilities to make it a little bit more volatile to fit that that description, I guess.
Yeah, and the thing that makes them more volatile is because these kind of crystals. There are other crystals that are meant like they kind of grow naturally and they absorb mana, so they grow until they've kind of had their fill. And draconic mana kind of fills them so far to the brim that they become super unstable.
So it's just Saran's just concentrated with mana, I guess, since she's a dragon of sorts.
Yeah, we can definitely go with the volatility thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just wanted to point that out there.
Sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed.
All right. You have a good one, Boston.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.